Again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Blue Label Johnny.
I'm Shawn K, the Showman, back at it again.
Your boy Alexander K, the villain of comedy.
And sitting in for Micah Colioni just for a few moments, we have our special guest. I'll let him go ahead and introduce himself or I'll say his name wrong.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Sirjan. I'm an up-and-coming comedian here in Dallas, and I'm here to rock the show. Let's go.
Clap it up.
We better have fun.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is this episode. We tried ever since Alexander came on board, we've been trying to label our episodes. I kind of dig that. Last week we had Russian bots invade and they fucked with our audio, fucked with our Puffy episode, everything like that. But this is the That's How They Get You episode, and that's how they get you, Mike. No, I'm just kidding.
That's how they
go
fucking
ahead,
get you.
Sir John, if you mind hopping up, let my son sit back in. We'll bring you back in for the sports segment.
We'll
we can
be back.
Talk different shit.
Yeah.
Mike is walking in front of the camera like a newbie. That's amazing. That's like he's never been here before.
Who raised this guy?
Yeah,
Who raised
brought
this
kid? But all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the That's How They Get You episode. Now, me personally, this is something everybody's kind of that's how they get you kind of thing.
Right,
but
right.
This phrase came back into my universe recently. One of my sons is a thought pocket, and
God damn it, Dylan.
and one of his thoughts, he was always saying that's how they get you, and I was like, it's been in my head. But recently, I don't know, are y'all aware of the movie The Shift?
No.
Wait, no.
It's in theaters
No,
right
no,
now.
no. Okay, no, I'm not.
And I haven't been to the movies in so long, bro.
Okay, so it's okay.
You're the only person I know who goes to the movies.
I go to the movie weekly, sometimes more than once, because I'm a filmmaker. It's what I do. It's it's kind of like research to me. And I saw a trailer to this movie called The Shift, and I'm talking about the trailer was fire. I was like, but I didn't know. I just like y'all ain't heard about it. And I was like, I was wanting to go see something, but what I wanted to see wasn't gonna. It was starting too late. I had a gig to go to. That's what I usually do. I go watch a movie for my gigs. And this was, so I was like, fuck, it looks badass. Fuck, I'm gonna watch it. And it starts, it looks beautiful. It's kind of like a sci-fi movie and with a multi-dimensional kind of twist. It's fire going on right now. And this the bad guy, and if you see the bad guy, you've seen him in lots of movies. He's actually good. I can't remember his name, but you see him, he stands out like a motherfucker. You'll recognize him. And he's terrorizing our main character, and our main character puts his head down, puts his hands together, and starts praying, and prays the bad guy away.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. I was like, that motherfucker prayed to God in this movie. And he's fine. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love that guy.
Neil
Hart's
McDonough.
movie.
Neil McDonough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil McDonough.
Yeah, Neil McDonough. Fantastic actor. I hope they paid you out the motherfucker wazoo, sir. But boy, after that, it was just religious propaganda. Usually them religious movies look like shit. But this motherfucker, boy, the camera, the lighting, everyththing was on point, boy. They went and got them motherfuckers to make them real good ass movies just so they could give it some Christian ass fucking script. Boy, I tried. For about another 5 or 10 minutes, I tried to watch this fucking movie, and all it was just literally just dripping with religious propaganda. And I was like, I can't.
Wait, okay, so this wasn't like a trailer. You were going to watch this movie.
I saw the trailer.
Right.
It got me.
Right,
I didn't even finish the trailer. I was like, oh, it's just fire.
Yeah.
It's just fire. It got me. I'm going to watch it. I did. I'm sitting in the theater. 2 other people in the theater. And no, the funny shit is, when that motherfucker prayed away, I bust out fucking laughing in the theater. And I can see those two people. Look at the devil worshiper in the back guy laughing at the dude praying the bad guy away. Yeah, I left about 5-10 minutes later. I would have read I went on Facebook to read overwhelmingly people are like, this movie's amazing. It's so good. God, they need more Christian movies. I was like, y'all motherfuckers on crack.
Well, if anyone out there needs substance of why he's speaking so passionately on this, just follow this dude on TikTok. Follow Blue Label Johnny on TikTok because he's been producing some of the most fire TikTok reels of him just straight up commenting back on religious responses of his posts and just schooling them.
No, I mean some of it's not even look, I'm not trolling personally, but like I'm seeing other people's comments to other TikToks. Well, right next to the comment is the camera button. Why the fuck am I typing out 120-word replies? These
When I could
you
just
get
make-
this work, motherfucker. You get this goddamn work.
Shit,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Why the fuck are you replying back to me with text? Are you scared to fucking like that's what every one of these motherfuckers in those videos never comes back to me with a video. They just like tell me how you really feel, motherfucker.
You know what? So I had this video where where I was doing Amazon, right?
Yeah.
And I was in this neighborhood in Capel. And this white dude was
Yeah, you
like,
fucked up there.
Yeah, he was following me and shit. And then he was like, nah, but seriously.
He did.
So the dude was following me and shit, and I was like, yo, what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then like he was like, well, I asked you for ID, you didn't show me ID. I was like, motherfucker, I ain't gotta, who are you? You ain't the fucking police. I ain't gotta show you ID. You know what I mean? So I recorded this shit and I put it on my TikTok. And it got so many views. Like tons of views. But there was like people in there like, you causing trouble. You went over that neighborhood causing. Bitch, I'm delivering packages.
That's how they get you. Then.
You know, that's how
That's
they
how they
get
get you, bro.
They set you. Amazon set you up for failure.
Oh, yeah,
But the
all the time.
motherfuckers that was dog, it was one motherfucker in there talking shit, dog. All you could see was her picture, like her little avatar or whatever. Dog, big ugly ass white lady with a skinny ass black dude hugged up. And she was like, you over there causing trouble and shit. And I was like, so I replied back to her like, you got your little nigga in line. I see you, big bitch.
Pussy control.
Then there was this,
The world.
there was this ugly black ass lady, ugly than a motherfucker, and she was like, "Why you keep saying sir? You trained." I got on her page. I was like, "Boy, I don't even want to start on you. I don't even want to start on you. But I might go back to your page because you might be on. Now we gonna talk some shit." You ugly motherfucker.
Man, speaking of annoying white women, y'all, it was a hard time trying to watch last week's episode and shit. Y'all's audio be into shambles when I'm not fucking here. I'll tell you
that was
right
a Russian.
now.
Look, the Russians got us. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
But
the Russian bots got us.
We had a whole
But
plan.
that annoying ass white bitch, I swear to God, bro, if I was on the last week, bro, I would have like just gone in and made.
We
like,
tried to
said-
be nice.
You should have heard
hell
the
no.
roast.
Hell
The roast
no.
sessions. When she came over here, she was like, no, I'm gonna expose you guys. She kept saying expose.
I was like,
I'm gonna
why are
expose you guys. Yeah.
That was just her word of choice. She
then
wasn't
she
trying to
said-
expose us, but she just kept on. That was 3 times she dropped this. I'm gonna expose you guys. What she means is like she was trying to get us out to her people she knows, whatever. But she kept on using the word expose.
But she was like, I want to get you guys podcasts out there. I was like, yeah, be dope if we get a sponsor from Colgate or Crest or something. Bro, her breath was
Hot
kicking.
tamales.
I heard she had a funky ass mouth.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
She was over there most times, so I thank God. I don't know what the state of her.
And she was with a black dude. I was like, yo, my man, come get your bitch.
No,
He
yeah.
tried.
No,
he tried.
He got bullied.
Yo, he was.
Did you not watch that?
She
Yeah,
done
that's
got
how they
him.
get
got
you.
bullied.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess the funky
She
mouth
done got
and,
him. She
and,
done
and
got
dirty
him.
vagina. That's how they get you. I
What
don't
did
know.
she say? I remember she showed me a picture of her daughter, and I was like, "Oh, your daughter's black," and she's like, "She's
Blushing.
blushing,
Blushing.
she's blushing."
Why you making her nervous? What's going on?
Which, I mean, it was
I was
just
like,
pretty
what
funny.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, never
That's
heard
how
it
they
before.
get you.
It was a good one. That is
That's how they
you.
get you.
She couldn't even say blight. You know what I mean? Like,
She's blushing. I was like,
terrible.
no, she's black. Like clearly, you know.
Man, ooh, she just now, to her credit, to her man's credit, he tried. He tried to wrangle her. Like she was trying to fuck with the camera at some point, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Don't touch their camera." I was like,
Well,
"Thank
you know-
you, brother.
you
Thank
know-
you, brother."
I
You
would've
know,
joined him.
like you can't when you a black dude messing with a white chick. You can't manhandle the motherfuckers because you're gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You're going
That
to
don't
prison.
stop him from trying though.
It don't stop you from trying, but you know, if he would have just yanked her up just like, 23 pressures more and shit, he would have been in prison. Like, he should have just came over there, get your ass over here.
And he might then have been happy. Like he might have been able to be
He might
happy.
have been happy.
He wouldn't have that.
man, let's
should
just
be
be real.
like-
Neither of them are happy. All right.
Because I bet you
don't-
everybody
neither
in
of them are
jail's
happy.
breath smells a whole lot better than
I
hers.
know,
So,
right?
next day, Niles asked me about the podcast, and I had told him about the Russian bitch. He was like, wait, I was there the night, whatever, before. I saw that bitch. I don't think she really Russian. was like, what you mean?
She talks with a slightly Russian accent.
Yeah.
But Lyles was like that. I told him that. He was like, not like, positive I know what you're talking about. I was like,
Hey, I don't know if she's Russian or not, but she says she's Russian.
I think her drunk.
And she speaks with
Her inner
she one
drunk.
of those.
You know what I'm saying? She got a personality when she gets
Yeah.
drunk.
Her
And
inner
then
mind.
She was drinking.
Like,
she was drinking vodka.
I'm telling you.
Yo, she was drinking vodka all night.
Monopolova
If she was
shit.
drinking whiskey, she'd have been Irish.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What's vodka made out of potatoes?
She seems
right?
like she had
Yeah.
a, she probably had an inner
She
Russian
was
monologue.
drinking Monopolova, bro.
She definitely had an inner Russian monologue. The devil inside her, you know?
Yo, she
Speaking of
she
herself.
thought she knew every damn thing, and anytime she started explaining something,
Oh my
somebody
God.
be like, "No, you wrong about that."
Her breath smelled like the armpits of Nikolai Volkov. and shit. Yo,
What?
her shit.
Y'all don't know who Nikolai Volkov is?
I don't know who it is,
Oh,
but
you-
it sounded like he nailed it.
He did. You remember 80s WWF?
Yes.
You remember the tall Russian who wore the fucking like the Russian brown bear cap, whatever the star on it? That was Nikolai Volkov. He was a huge, just bad guy Russian. Just looked like he stank.
Lord. Putin cut that shit off for the 90s real quick. Definitely. Man,
I'm sure Nikolai Volkov probably worked for Putin somewhere right now.
Bro, I mean, like, just staying on the subject of that's how they get you to bring back the whole topic of dumb Diddy. Motherfucker, dumb Diddy, bro. Like, more and more of these fucking, like, I mean, we're sharing it now in our group chat more and more, like, of these, like, new allegations. But then now it's taped. There's shit of him fucking being taped that they have recorded. I'm like, bro,
Dog.
what
50
are you
was behind
doing?
it all.
What are you doing?
Man, 50 exposing the shit out of. No, let me tell y'all the smart shit that 50 did.
Oh, if it's not with the same thing, I showed Micah today. If it's not the same thing, I got even something else to put on.
Listen. So Diddy stepped down as chairman, right? Stepped down from chairman of his brands and shit. So I forgot which company it is that Diddy owns. I think it's the Ciroc or whatever. But Diddy, 50 made a post and was like, "Hey, yo, let me buy that from you for the low." And he was like, because because such and such company and such and such company about to pull out from you anyway. So them companies don't know what's going on with Diddy, but now they know. 50 just exposed that shit. Like, yo, I'm gonna
but
fuck
it's
your
like,
whole shit
But
up.
like, I mean, like, I knew it was deep, but then like Charlemagne on Brilliant Idiots was like, he said he voiced their two biggest investors.
Yes.
In what he was saying. So like, even if like they were unaware of the situation, now like everybody knows that those
Everybody
are
knows.
Revolt's two biggest investors, and he's out here more allegations dropping every day, making it more likely that they will drop out of Revolt and be forced to sell to 50 or somebody for the fucking low price of whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And then 50 will take Revolt and make it the new BMF slash Raisin Canaan.
You going to jail,
Vitamin
bro.
water?
You going to jail, bro.
You going to
hey,
jail.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on just a minute. Hey, Tandra.
Hey, Tony.
I missed you, Tandra.
Tiny.
It's been a couple weeks, Tandra.
Been a couple of weeks, Tiny, but I
for
gotta
me.
slide it in there. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget
But
your
yeah,
gun.
Diddy, you going to jail, bro.
Did you go?
Now, I know Diddy foul. Like, I've been hearing, like, this is something else they would talk about in Flagrant Brilliant. There's been lots of gay rumors about Diddy for years and years. This violent, the date rape shit. Now, this is fairly new as far as, like, rumors for Diddy. Like, I mean, even, like, celebrities even say this shit. They're like, look, I don't hear about the gay rumors, but I didn't know Pub was out here laying the pimp hand down and shit. But, like, now, the one that we shared today, now, really, did they, essay this chick, or did she go to the studios to get flipped up and turned around by a bunch of bad boy artists? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
you in the studio, you pointing at the Puff Daddy shit on the wall, like, you didn't know what the fuck was going on. You ain't a singer. You ain't a rapper.
You
What
wasn't
the
on the
fuck did
track.
you? What the fuck
You
was
got
you up
nothing
there
to
for?
contribute to nothing to
Right.
land
Like,
up.
you know what the fuck you was, and it was that fucking 90s, okay? Like, now,
Right.
I know Micah wasn't there, like, not in the antidote. I don't know what you was doing, but I'm pretty sure me and Black probably do some, like, maybe borderline foul shit You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't fly in the 2000s. I'll just speak for me. Okay?
I used to be a dirty motherfucker.
I was used to be a dirty
We all
motherfucker.
wait in silence for the truth.
I was a dirty motherfucker. But I never fucking I never assaulted a girl. I never, you know what I'm saying? I never essayed. No, like I was a dirty motherfucker, but I didn't do no shit that was like I'm gonna go to jail for, so I'm gonna come back and whatever. And so and I'm not saying Puffy didn't do a lot of the shit, but that one particular thing where the girl punched me, nah, I don't think she got raped. I think she went to get tossed up and she got tossed up.
Well, I mean, like, to be honest, it's like, whenever like some sort of allegation's gonna come up, it's like class action. Everybody that had an encounter is trying
like
to
someone who just
step
but that's
in
the thing
them
is
bags.
it's like someone who may have had a consensual sexual experience can now go back because of did he do this? Oh shit, well, maybe I remember these events differently and did it that's fucked up. Nah, motherfucker, if you was there to get tossed up by 5 dudes, that's not rape. You know what I'm saying? You knew what you was going there for, just like the Tupac shit. Like Tupac went to jail not for raping the girl. I'm not even sure what he went to jail. He had consensual head in the club from this girl, had consensual sex from her later, left, and apparently 3 other dudes that were hanging out with Pac raped her after he was gone.
Right.
Those 3 guys didn't go to jail. They turned state's evidence, and Pac went to jail, who had consensual sex with the woman filing the charges.
Right.
I mean, again, it's just people are going to try and catch up on whatever case, an opportunity as soon as they see it going.
And so it's I'm sure there are
That's how
plenty
they
of
get you.
legitimate victims to
That
to
is
this
how they
individual.
get you.
I don't know if this particular case is one of them.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When I'm doing comedy shows, no hoes in the green room. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
If you want to see me after the show, we need a contract in play. You know what I'm saying?
NDAs.
Do you know what's going to happen?
You
Do you
signing
know
that
what's going to
NDA.
happen after my show? You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I'm not getting caught up like that, bro. I'm sorry. We're not having that.
Sign
I need
here
3
if you expect
IDs.
to get
Yeah,
dick
it's like-
after the show.
At least fellatio,
Sign
fellatio, anal, you know what I'm saying? That's all
Nah,
on
no
the
anal.
contract. You know what I'm saying? You got to sign that shit up front.
nah, no anal.
Look, it's all consensual. It's all consensual. You know what I'm saying? You put it in the contract.
Put it in the contract.
Speaking of anal,
No
I was gonna-
surprises. No surprises. Well, that's how they get you. Talk about it,
That's how
Shawn.
they get you.
about
You finally took it in the ass? What's going on,
No,
brother?
shit, bro.
Tell us how it goes, man.
I'm trying to open new doors in the relationship.
Well, that's
you
what
know,
we're
to the
talking
household.
about. You opening new doors.
No,
How's it feel?
I will say this. Though. I've had to. I've been telling my fiance's kids.
Go through your back door. That's what you're talking about,
Yo,
right?
chill, sus. Chill on the sus.
Yo.
Chill on sus tag, old man. Goddamn. No, but I've been convincing my fiance's kids that there's a ghost haunting the house just to protect our sex life. You know what I mean? You know, because it's like we sometimes we're both at home in the afternoon. It's
'Cause you
just
be
we
in
get
there
to
sounding like
but
a
like when we get. Yeah, listen, bro, she's Hispanic. You know how them greet those go? You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
about you.
I'm just saying the tones are high.
No, that's how you be sounding, bro. That's why you try to tell them
Hey
kids
man,
it's a
I'm
ghost.
I'm R&B as hell, bro. I'm like the 4th member of Boyz II Men that got kicked out. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
Mom, why is Shawn crying?
Yo, girl, I'm sorry.
Mommy, why does Shawn cry at night? That's a ghost, baby.
All right, we're done. Let's talk about y'all's sex life. Other than Micah, y'all fucking deserted and anything happen with y'all right now?
Hey, man, the hand works just fine.
Yeah, so you say.
My pocket pussy gets a lot of use these days.
You know?
That's a good way to not build up calluses. Well, all right.
It's a good way not to fuck hoes too.
So what's going on? We have Mike and Colioni on the bet. You guys want to go into your sports?
Sirjan, would you like to sit in for
You want
talk
to
sports?
you want to talk some sports?
All
Come
right.
on in.
Father. Text message.
Take his jacket off. I'm getting a little hot. Yo, what's up, guys?
What's going
What's
on?
going
We
on,
got
Sir John?
Yeah, everything's great, man.
Surgeon.
How do you
Surgeon.
let me pronounce your name for me correctly, because I'll be listening to black guys say it, and I'm Indian, and I know I'm not
fucking it up
saying
in the
right.
beginning.
You're
I was
Indian?
fucking it up in the beginning.
Oh, you had me. I was like, Shawn looks black and he's Indian. So I was like,
I'm Indian.
You
We're
are?
from this. Our families. That's my oldest son. But yeah, we're
Really?
both Malayali parents.
oh, wow.
Kerala.
You're Malu, too.
Both born in America, though.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I'm
Wow.
actually Nepali. It's a country north of India.
Ah, that makes
yeah.
more sense.
No, it's actually a lot
No, I'm
better.
just kidding.
It's a beautiful country, but
I've never been to Nepal. I'm gonna take your word for it.
it's a beautiful country. So where Mount Everest.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
aware.
yeah.
I just never been
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I've been to
yeah.
a lot of parts of India. I haven't been to Nepal. So,
Yeah. It's not.
so
in-
how do we pronounce your name so everybody at home?
So my name is I go by Sirjan.
how does your mom say it?
My mom, the original way to pronounce it is Sirjan. Sirjan.
Sirjan.
It means the creator of the universe. In
But it's like
Sanskrit.
spelled the same way, the way she says it, and the way
Yeah.
the American is just pronounced differently.
Like in school, I got Sir John, Sir Jean, I got Sergio, I got so many things, but a surgeon was one I was like, all right, just stick with that, surgeon. Like, and then I had the joke. I was like, yeah, my parents are brown immigrants. They wanted me to be a doctor so bad, they named me Surgeon. So I just went along with that, and surgeon just kept that name stuck around. But my real name is Sirjan Sapagai.
Sirjan, okay.
Yeah,
but you want
Sirjan.
everybody to call you Surgeon, though?
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
my name, so I get to pick how I get to pick what it is, right? And I like going by surgeon.
Bet.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
respect- Look, I got like 20 different names, so like I ain't mad at you for having new ones. So one new one, so
So your first name is John, and what's your last name?
Thomas.
Thomas. So you're Malu. You're Christian Malu. Ah, okay.
Well,
okay.
I mean that's how I started out.
That's how
That's how it started out.
Yeah, that's why your name is
my
John.
origin story, my origin story
yeah,
started
yeah,
out like a little bit of twists and turns,
yeah,
a left
yeah.
turn to Albuquerque, whole shit. But
okay.
anyway, man, this is your first time to Honor Don't Care. Usually we break phones while we're
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
But like right now we're breaking into our sports segment. I heard you earlier talking about asking if we watch basketball. We'll probably get there in a
Yeah.
second. But our two gentlemen start out by talking about football.
Okay.
Like
okay.
so,
How
you know
about
what I'm
them
saying?
Cowboys? Yeah. let's
Yeah.
go.
How about them Cowboys? So
Yeah.
boys, what gentlemen want you to get into it?
Yeah.
All
we
right,
doing?
man. Let's start with
Straight
the,
off from the
picks,
picks?
man. Yeah, let's go to the picks, man.
You guys
damn.
have picks? Okay.
Yeah, I had my picks pulled up, but
I got the week 14 sheet
Yeah, week
on
14
the
sheet.
on the page as well, so everybody can keep up as you guys are going through the picks.
All right. So Thursday night football, we going with New England and Pittsburgh. I'm picking Pittsburgh for that. game.
Anybody other than New England. We already went over this.
All
I'm
right,
so serious.
Going to
Yeah.
Sunday, we got Tampa Bay Bucks against Atlanta Falcons. In Atlanta, I'm picking Atlanta on
Atlanta,
that.
yeah.
I'm picking Atlanta on that. Detroit versus Chicago. In Chicago, I got
Detroit.
Detroit all the way. Indianapolis versus Cincinnati. I'm going with the Bengals, man.
See,
going-
I went with the Bengals this week, and they prevailed.
Yeah.
I chose correctly this past week, but I think the Jake Browning was a one-game fluke, and I think Gardner Minshew got that in the bag. Gardner's been a solid quarterback.
Okay, all right. Jacksonville versus Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland on that. Yeah, Cleveland.
They just lost Trevor. Yeah, my hopes for Jacksonville down the drain.
Carolina versus New Orleans. New Orleans.
Carolina.
You think Carolina gonna pull that?
Who playing at quarterback for New Orleans?
Well, that's true. But still, like
No, not but still. If it's Derek Carr, they for damn sure losing. But I'm pretty sure Derek's injured. I don't know. Nah,
Right.
I still hell no, Carolina.
yeah, I pick New Orleans on that one. All right, Houston versus the Jets. Houston. Straight up. LA Rams, Baltimore. Minnesota versus Vegas. I pick Minnesota on this one, man. Versus the Raiders.
Nah, I got the Raiders.
You got the Raiders?
Yeah.
That's a hard one to call. That's a hard one to call
that's
right
a game.
there. All right.
What's the white boy in the Raiders smoking the packs every game?
Max Crosby.
Smoking that pack, yeah.
He's a demon.
Seattle versus San Francisco.
San Fran finna
San
whoop
Fran.
the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah. Buffalo versus Kansas City.
KC.
KC. They got to come back after that loss.
Oh.
How the fuck they lose? And I bet it against Green Bay. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, you did.
But
J-Lo,
that's my team too.
J-Lo.
Wow.
Bro showing his ass right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Denver versus LA Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers, bro.
Well, I just cut it off. It's like
What you say?
Denver versus LA
Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers. I don't think Sierra's is gonna pull that
I
off.
think Sierra got that. Chargers receiving core makes me want to punch myself. Other than fucking, Lord have mercy, I can't think. Keenan.
Philly versus Dallas.
You
I'm
know who
going
I
with
got.
Philly.
Let's go
We
Dallas.
whooping they ass.
I'm going with Philly on that.
we them boys.
We them boys. I don't even
They
watch
suffered a
football.
psychological defeat this
home.
past
At
weekend.
home.
They
Whooping
not
they
coming
ass.
back. They not coming back with a W over the Cowboys.
Yeah, bro, they
Yeah.
got their ass handed to them. And
All
they
right.
finna get handed again.
And then
Yes,
we got 2 Monday night footballs. We got Tennessee
Two
versus
games?
2 Monday night footballs this
They
month.
fucking
At the
this
same
whole-
time?
Yep.
They fucking this whole
Day.
year schedule up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tennessee versus Miami Dolphins. I'm going Miami. Yeah. And then we got Green Bay versus New York Giants. Green Bay
Bay.
Packers. Yeah.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard you say that in a while.
I know, right? I know. The Giants is sorry, boy.
You don't believe in your team or what?
I do, but it's just like,
You got to be realistic sometimes.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
like, come
Been a
on,
rough
bro. It's
season for
like,
'em.
yeah, it's been a
Okay.
rough season. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So that's been our picks. Let's go into this Cowboy talk. What's going on with you, Colioni?
Shit, I mean, besides the Brock Purdy is the MVP front runner right now for no fucking reason. Bro, it's dog shit. Inconsistent. Touchdown to interception ratio, garbage. But my biggest argument against Brock Purdy is the yards after catch. Like, if you look at Dak's 10-plus yard throws and completions, they're higher than anybody in the leagues by like 25. Like, it started out close in the first 4 weeks when Dak was playing subpar. Like,
Okay.
and since then it's only went up. Like, he has the most 10-plus yard completions in the league, and it's not close. Like,
How many regular season games are left?
4.
4. Okay.
And I mean, like, if you look at the weapons around him and the plays that are being called, the yards that are being put onto Brock Purdy's stat sheet, it's a lot of screen passes and slants that Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey are taking for 50, 40, 30. Like,
It's not him that's doing
yeah,
it.
I mean, he's getting the ball there, credit to him, but
Yeah.
like,
Dak is creating his own yards,
Dak
yeah.
is putting the ball down there
Yeah.
on point
Yeah.
against the safeties, in between reads. Like, he's making more
Impressive
difficult,
points.
more impressive throws
Yeah.
than anybody in the league, and he should be credited at that. And he's not, because, in my opinion, he plays for the Dallas Cowboys. If you have this
Yeah.
stat, this
Yeah.
performance on any other team, he's the MVP front runner by fucking 200. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, the odds wouldn't be close.
Yeah. There's big
But-
lights here in Dallas.
Oh yeah, and Dak he learned that. He knows that. He says that all the time now. He's like, it's the Cowboys. They're gonna hate on
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
win, lose, or draw. Like, we're gonna have to come out here and put a better foot forward than our best to win, because everybody doubting on us. Like, I love that mentality. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick through it. Motherfuckers like, why do you, bitch?
Are you rooting for Dallas?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Look
Yeah.
at his chains.
What?
Okay, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Okay.
I didn't wear the jersey because, you know what I'm saying, the shirt kind of made me look swole. Not too bad.
Yeah.
But
do you watch basketball or what?
Not
NBA?
really. I mean, like,
I
I
don't
peeped
really-
the Mavs.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
about
really
it.
Yeah.
get into basketball until like after the All-Star game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as far as to talk about.
Yeah.
Nah, once I buy 2K for Christmas, then I'll lock in on
okay.
basketball a little bit.
Yeah.
For real. Because
No.
you know when new cards and shit are coming out. You guys to know.
Yeah, no, they're doing the in-season tournament right now.
Yeah, the
and that
first
shit,
ever.
it's like, it's way more fun than I expected it to be. Like, I was like,
Explain.
so for example,
Yeah.
so the rules go like this, right? Like, it's like they split up the teams into 8 divisions, right? And then the leader of each division goes and they go into like a knockout stage rounds. And we had the first round of the quarterfinals happened yesterday, and then the day before, and now tomorrow is the semis. So Lakers are gonna play Lakers in New Orleans, and the Bucks and New York are gonna play. So it's gonna be the semifinals, and it's been really fun. Like watching these elimination games they're high pressure, especially the Lakers and the Suns game. It was neck to neck all game.
I saw
It
some
was
clips.
great. It was a great game.
clips of that one,
People
yeah.
and people are complaining about a call in
The
the
timeout,
end.
the Josh Reeves timeout.
I think that's just LeBron's IQ. LeBron saw that was coming,
Yeah,
and right
yeah.
before he actually lost the ball, LeBron calls that timeout. That's why it's just his IQ. That's why he's the GOAT. And I really want LeBron to win this in-season tournament. It's another thing on his legacy.
How many times have you heard of anybody getting robbed for they LeBrons? Because I can tell you about 15 instances of some Jordans.
No.
Yeah, I ain't never heard nobody get jacked for
never.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Nobody's stealing LeBron.
Nobody's stealing them.
Okay.
But LeBron got some dope shoes.
He does.
He
But
does.
nobody's stealing. He
Nobody's
does.
stealing
No.
LeBron.
You're right. Jordan got way better shoes, but LeBron is the way better basketball player. If you look at it like game for game,
Uh-oh.
the impact on the game,
Uh-oh.
LeBron is the greatest of all time. In my opinion, he might be one of the greatest athletes of all time. LeBron James.
I don't think that's
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
I
a
don't
wild
think that's
take
a-
at all.
Yeah,
But is he
20
better than Jordan? That's I don't know.
What
I'm not a
What are you like? Are you looking at career stat? Like,
I'm looking at everything. Career. Okay, we
because you
talk about
can't
career.
put career points because we're playing. LeBron has the utilities to preserve his body for another 5 to 10 years
yeah.
that Jordan didn't have
Yeah.
any access to.
Not just that, LeBron takes care of his body way better than Jordan ever did. Jordan was out there gambling and smoking cigars while.
If you
Yeah,
had
but I mean,
access,
even if you factor that in, then isn't Jordan better? Isn't
No,
Jordan
if
better?
no.
If he could be that good by gambling and smoking cigars and drinking, and he was still that good,
But we're talking about
and
basketball.
LeBron isn't.
We're not talking about how cool he was, like smoking
I'm not
cigars.
talking about cool,
no,
but, like-
it's a story. It's a great story. But I'm telling you, for 20 years, what LeBron's done will never happen again. There's never going to be a player
Nah,
like
see,
LeBron
that I
James.
disagree with. I mean, and again, I'm not a big sports guy, but
Yeah.
like LeBron is just like the gateway into like the future of like there's gonna be LeBrons every couple of years, dude.
Bronny, his son's
look
gonna
at
do it.
Dallas. What's the
Luka.
Duncanville? No, I'm not even talking about basketball.
Oh,
I'm
you
just talking about like
number 8.
yeah, like
motherfucking
dude. There's a dude at is it Duncanville?
Yeah.
Man, he is.
6'5", 265 coming
Damn.
out of his senior year.
Oh
Shit.
my goodness!
Dude,
like,
you're-
high
this is-
school.
I gotta watch these
High
highlights. I gotta
school.
see them highlights.
Like
yo.
he
They
is,
just played in
he's
a championship
throwing
game.
people
I
around
gotta
in
get
high
his
school
signature
games.
before he blows the fuck up.
Yeah, like
Really?
dude. So I mean, again, like, and that this is going to be the story
Mm-hmm.
at every state. There's going to be these incredible superheroes,
Yeah.
basically,
No,
because that's what
definitely.
LeBron is.
In sports-
He's a superhero.
In sports, every single year, players will get better. They'll have more practice. They'll have more resources. They're gonna get better every single year.
I mean, Jordan is the reason why these Steph Curry and these guys are all as good because that's who they all emulate. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's
Yeah.
who they all emulate.
And this next generation is gonna look towards LeBron James because
I can't argue that. I can't
people
argue
growing
that.
up watching basketball right now. No, I mean a lot of people haven't seen. I never saw Jordan play. Right? I know that he won 6 rings. He played some bums in the finals and beat them. Whatever. But no one. If you put them in the, if you take them first round pick. 20 years, he's been so consistent. No player is ever going to be able to match that. For 20 years, he's been averaging like what, 27, 7, and 7 for 20 years. He's in his 20th year. He played yesterday, and he was the best player on the floor. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James was still the best player on the floor. 20 years in, and he's not even, and he's barely slowing down. I think when it's all said and done, LeBron will retire with another ring. Hopefully, he wins his NBA Cup, and he's gonna go down as the greatest of all time.
I don't think if Bron stays on the Lakers, he's winning another ring. They trying to force that shit here with too much money and star names that there's not chemistry, there's not a bond built there that's gonna lead them through adversity, through the depth of the playoffs, come injuries and adversity.
That's
Like,
the biggest thing, injury. Like, injuries can change everything, right?
absolutely.
Injury is the reason LeBron only has 4 rings. But I think their team this year, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are the best duo in the league. By
Until
far.
AD goes
yeah,
down.
until he go down.
Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
This
He
is
gotta stay
years.
off
Yeah,
that injury
yeah,
list, bro.
yeah.
How many years has AD played over 80 games?
Okay, like very few.
Okay.
Exactly.
So how do we see it happening this year? Because I sure as hell don't.
So far, AD's been balling. And And
You know what? As long as AD don't braid his fucking hair,
street clothes, Anthony Davis.
yeah, he in there.
Yeah.
Soon as you start trying to be cute, braiding your shit, bro, that's when you fuck up, man.
You focusing outside of basketball. But if they focus on basketball, they stay healthy. I think their core right now, their starting fives, their team is pretty deep. They have some great defenders. LeBron can create offense. I think they have a really good chance to win this year. And I mean, I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm also rooting for the Mavs. Mavs are cold as fuck too. Like Kyrie and Luka, they're synced up so well. They got that connection, yeah. And honestly, I think Kyrie's been helping Luka with his handles. Luka's been moving kind of shifty. I really feel like Kyrie and them together, they both elevated each other's games.
Oh, most definitely.
They're a good team to watch too. Basketball this year has been fun as fuck.
Well, hey, it's been a lot of talking in the news about my mans. You know what I'm saying? A lot of recruits that are like reneging.
Oh, man.
Okay.
My man just lost a fine ass woman. I was gonna say the B word, but I'm not going. He just lost a fine one, bro. But I know my man's. He gonna come back, man. He gonna come back.
Yeah.
And his son might go into the 2024 draft, NFL draft. You know what I'm saying?
I saw him talking to Jerry.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Jerry last week.
But I just want my mans to know, no matter what, bro, we still with you because I believe.
You believe. We should all believe
in
prime
Coach
time.
Time Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders. Okay.
Yeah, you never throw the coach in there.
Yeah.
My bad. But you know,
Nah, I'm mad.
I had to correct it this time, man. I had to put that coach in there, man. But yeah,
Look, Jerry believes he's taking Colorado to back to AT&T Stadium next year. Jerry believed it. I saw him talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "That's my dream."
Sounds from
Jerry
the
says, "I
sideline.
believe in your dream."
Mm-hmm.
Every week, sounds from the sideline.
Signs from the sideline.
You can't speak.
I can't.
It's all right. Yeah.
But all right, is that up for the sports, gentlemen? Are we bringing
yeah, that's
Believe so.
That's the sports
All right, when we
talk.
bring
Let's
Shawn back
K
on, Mike, if you don't mind hopping out for a second, we're going to talk to Sirjan
good.
right quick. He says he's got some things he came to talk to us about.
So I'd like to say a man from Chicago, born on the same birthday as Jordan, and got to watch him play. I might not be a sports guy, but I just know that when it comes to records and accolades, Jordan did it at a much, much quicker pace than LeBron did, and didn't have the same tools and resources.
And if you didn't know,
before,
Shawn's
so-
from Chicago.
And I share a birthday with Michael Jordan, so it's a great offense.
That's cool as fuck. I wish I shared a birthday. My birthday I shared with like Lil Pump or some shit. I'm embarrassed to tell people like
Little Pimp, okay? That's how they pronounced him at a Trump rally. You get his name
I'm sorry.
right.
Okay. Yeah, Lil Pump. But okay, Jordan, his story is great. He came after Bird. He came after Magic. When the league was declining in viewership, Jordan carried the weight of the league. Won 6 championships. Went back three-peat 2 times. That's impressive. But he played against a bunch of bums. The players today are so much better than the players back then.
No, dude.
Jordan never played against
almost
anyone.
every team in the league had like fucking great players back
They were
then,
great,
dude.
but they were never as good as the San Antonio Spurs. They were never as good as the Golden State Warriors.
All right, we got to go ahead and clip this, all the nonsense that Sirjan's been saying, just so that we can finally
the
get
viewers
some,
know
so we can get some
LeBron's the
haters.
GOAT.
We can get some haters to follow his ass. You know what I mean? That's what we need to do right now for
Hey,
Sirjan.
Bronzexuals, where you at, man?
Bronzexuals.
So,
Bronzexuals unite, you know.
So I had the opportunity of meeting Sirjan actually through Alexander K. Alexander K brought him on for the Villain and Friends show that we did at the Plano House of Comedy. So that was the first time I met Sirjan. And from that, Sirjan did his motherfucking thing. Everything that Alexander K said that Sirjan was, as far as a comedian, being fresh in the game, came through, had a fire set. A lot of people were like, yo, that was probably one of the favorites of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
And so, coming into comedy, talk about it a little bit, because what do you do during the day? Like, what is your job? Like, what do you do on your day to day that allows your girlfriend's dad to let you keep dating her?
Okay, so from the starting from the front, like the beginning. I did my first open mic exactly 4 months ago today. First open mic ever. And I've been a fan of stand-up comedy ever since I was a kid. Like, ever since I can remember, I was like, if I had a dream job, it'd be a stand-up comedian. Like, that's like the coolest job in the world. Like, you just go city to city, tell people your jokes. Like what's better than that? Like, I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, right?
Right.
But like, I didn't have the balls to pursue it, and I was like, well, what if I fail? I'm not gonna make money. And I grew up like kind of low income. My parents, they both have factory jobs. They've been working 48 hours at a factory for the last like 15 years. All right, so like, I knew the first thing I had to do was I had to get some money, just not just for myself, but also to help my parents. So I went to school. I did the basic brown boy thing. I got an IT job. And then I started working, getting some money, and after I got my money, started making some money, I started getting complacent. And I forgot about this dream, I forgot about this passion that I had ever since I was a kid. And right before my 23rd birthday, I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go to the open mic. I wrote these jokes. I think they're funny. If no one laughs, no one laughs. And I went to an open mic.
I think that's an Indian story as old as time. Like, I have so many cousins who had this dream and that dream, went to really good school, got a really good job, and then whatever that dream was,
just died
just
out,
left
right?
out by the wayside. Because
I mean, it's easy to stay practical, right? Like, I mean, we gotta like be able to cover our circumstances and shit. I mean, I get that. I mean, like. I would say to the perspective of me and Alexander K, like, we're kind of in the same like hustler mode, right? Like, we're like, any job that we're going to do that's not part of like the game or umbrella of what business what we're trying to be in really is to try and just fuel and feed the game that we want to do, right? And so I'm fortunate enough that like I have developed enough that the only thing I do on the side is lift, but the biggest benefit is really just more so promoting people to go to my website and check out my shows. I put up like the posters and all that. So I mean, I got your goofy face like even in the back seat of my car.
That new picture, I like it a lot better. I appreciate that.
That's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
And so I got Sirjan. He's gonna be performing on Sunday, December 17th, as well Alexander K. For the More to Go showcase, which is my comedy anniversary show. So I'm gonna be celebrating my 2 years in comedy. So I got these hitters in there along with Mohammed Mercy. He's a
He's a funny ass dude.
Funny Arabic,
funny ass dude.
Like you don't even think he looks like almost like a white boy.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I met him and I was like, this dude's name is Muhammad. Like what?
But he's very, very fun. Like, I've seen him, like, every single time I've seen him do a mic, he's been very consistent. So I'm like, I like to put a new comedian on there, same way like Alexander kind of put you on his show.
Definitely.
And then
you definitely showed out, sir. Like, I don't know if anybody, if people didn't know, like, Cuz is new in the game and really got vibe and energy like that. So
bro, there were audience members that told me like that dude Sirjan
that you didn't bring.
That was
the biggest testament.
The four people you did not bring thought you was like tremendous.
I took a picture with this lady and she was like, "Where did you meet Sirjan?"
Yeah.
And I told her, she was like, "Yeah, he's funny as shit."
Yeah.
That night, 2 people told me I was the next Ralph Barbosa.
Yeah.
One of them was Mike. The other one was Payday.
Facts. Facts.
For real, like it was such a boost of confidence because like my first mic I ever did, and I was like, oh shit, like my joke kind of worked, like the Sirjan joke, like it's tested. I know it's a good joke. It worked, and I was like, it was just like this boost of confidence, and like for me to be like, yo, fuck that, like fuck everything else going on. I know what I want to do. And my dream is to become the greatest stand-up comedian in the history of the world, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
History of the world.
In
He's
the
trying to be
history
a
of the
goat
world.
in this game.
Fuck Dave Chappelle. Fuck Louis C.K.
Oh, yo, chill. That's my goat. Yo, just chill.
I'm
I got
next.
respect. I got respect the guy. No, I mean, like, I appreciate what you're saying, and also like, you know, to the credit of somebody saying like, oh, you can be the next Ralph Barbosa. Personally, I'd be like, I'd rather be the first me. You know what I mean? But like, not of course at all like discrediting anything Ralph Barbosa is doing, because he's just
Fuck Ralph
fucking
Barbosa.
no, he's hot, bro. He's
Ralph
fire.
Barbosa.
He's,
he's
fire.
good as fuck.
Did you watch his special on
And he's
Netflix?
Dallas.
Actually, no.
Dallas raised.
I mean, I really like Ralph Barbosa, but to be honest, I was expecting his special to be better. Like,
Really?
No,
yeah, like I mean, dude, his clips and shit.
I'm just being
like
honest,
his clips and shit. I mean, I died. Like, I'm like, this motherfucker is him. He is Timothy.
Yeah.
That Netflix special, I was expecting more than I got. Not to say it was not good.
No, I completely
but like,
agree.
that's the special I would expected from the Ralph Barbosa in the beginning
Yeah.
of like 2022.
Yeah.
Not like, because like, dude, the stuff that he's been dropping this year seems like a way more polished comedian. And that, and look, and again, I don't know when that one was recorded, but it did not seem up to par with a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing from him, like in just smaller segments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
did that
completely
show in
agree.
Majestic back in I think April or May. He did that show in at the Majestic. But like to speak on that though is like, of course this is his first big special, and
Yeah.
it's going on Netflix. So it's kind of like you have the powers that be at Netflix who are also going to know exactly what your set is going to do, and they're going to try and cut it down and be like, hey, no, stick to this one and
Yeah.
do this and whatever.
don't do this joke. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other two, this is his first big major special that he's doing. I mean, I don't know if he's put out like a
He had a
30-minute one or
HBO. You know.
Oh, no,
Amazon
but
Prime.
that one
Yeah,
was
and
like
I think
a 10.
I think I
was like
saw
a-
that one, and
but
that
that-
one was
really good.
Yeah.
And now, but that was like a 10, 15-minute set. This was like a headlining main card, 1 hour like
Yeah.
special. So that being his first one, I mean, the way I see it to what I believe who he is as a comedian, because I mean, for him to have the climb and the time that he's
Yeah,
done
it's been
stand-up
fast.
comedy is incredible.
Yeah.
So like this being his very first one, I think I'm like, the way I see it, he can only go up from here. Like
No.
as that being his first real
Yeah.
big
It's not like
special,
I'm like, oh,
hour special.
Oh, he
he
doesn't
can only
have
go
it,
up.
or people bitch. No, I don't think that special was up to par. Yeah,
Definitely,
like,
I agree. I think he's funnier than that special let him out to be.
Facts.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think the material might have been rushed because he was blowing up so fast, and Netflix was like, "We'll give you a contract right now," and he's like, these jokes aren't finished, but okay, let's just go with it." And
Yeah, but I
that's
mean,
what might
I
have
think that
happened.
ultimately though, like if you were to go see him live, he's gonna be way more
Oh yeah,
fire
I mean, like
than
I
like what you would see
like
in the
him and
special.
Matt Rife. Like
Yeah.
if I went to go see them perform, I'm sure it would be heads and tails better than that
Yeah,
Netflix special. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I expect to be. I mean, like here's the other thing is like Ralph Barbosa. Like he kind of does. You know, he's more of a joker, but he does also have some good crowd work, and there wasn't very much crowd work in that. Like in
Well,
that
I
special
think-
either.
I think
It felt a
there's-
little scripted. Like I was listening to it, it felt
but
a little
I think
scripted.
that like there's a little bit of a connotation against comedians who do crowd work, right? Because they're not
Yeah.
working out material,
Material, yeah.
and that's the biggest grief that Matt Rife has to hear. Like
Yeah.
he even said at the end of the his special, he's like, "Well, what the fuck do I know? I only do crowd
Crowd
work," and
work,
I
right.
kind of drop the mic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for me, I think that's ridiculous. I think the greatest skill set for a comedian
Yeah.
is having strong
Yeah.
crowd work, is being able to work out the material and make the funny happen live based on reactionary responses versus like a joke that you have worked on and
Yeah.
like really like finite it to where how you need to deliver
Yeah.
it, right? So I mean again, it's perception is reality, and this is a very subjective field. So but that being said, you're being fresh into the comedy game. Like what has your like parents seen you do live, or like what's their reaction to you doing it?
So my parents, I haven't seen me live.
Because this was like your when you did the Plano House comedy, like that was like
Eighth time on stage.
ever on stage.
Yeah.
But as far as doing a show,
First time
first time.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah, first show ever. And then I showed my parents the clip, and then my parents were like, "We thought you were just like telling like stupid jokes, like because I tell jokes all the time. Like my parents know that I think I'm a comedian. My
They hear
parents
some of the
know that I'm a
graphic
comedian,
shit?
huh?
They hear some of the more graphic
Nah,
shit.
not the more graphic shit, but they hear my jokes and they hear some of the graphic shit. I mean, I have no filter with my parents, but like with seeing them see that like, oh, I'm serious about this. Like this is what I want to do, and then them hearing the laughs, like even though they don't understand the joke. For example, the OG Kush joke, OG Kush line, that got the biggest laughs, and they were like, "What does that mean?" And I was like. It's just something, yeah, you know, like it's just this thing that I want to name my kids.
Hookah. It is a hookah.
Yeah. No, but like, so they still don't understand all the jokes, but like it's them seeing me do it and them seeing like how good I was.
Well, I think passion. They're seeing the passion in
Yeah.
it, and then you're getting the currency
Yeah.
that this job pays. Right?
Yeah.
Is like if you're not getting laughs, you're not doing the job as a
Yeah,
comedian. So if
exactly.
you're getting laughs, you're getting paid the currency.
So
of what you're
real
putting in.
talk, you're talking to two Indians, one half, and a black guy. How do your parents really feel about the comedian thing?
Yeah, I like to know that. no, because I
be
got
the
something
real
I
answer.
want to add.
Yeah.
So my parents, they're immigrants, right? They're like in their head, like
As are both of ours.
So in their head, the only way to succeed for me was to go to school, get a job, and then just that was the only way. And then like I did that. I did that for them, and I was like, now like
See,
y'all
that's
don't,
why you one up me. I never would have did that.
yeah,
So you
y'all
one
don't
up
have to
me.
work on Saturdays anymore. Like you can chill. I'll pay the electricity bill. Like
Yeah.
don't worry about that. Like I try to do that for them, and then like they were all hesitant to all of that, and then when I told them I was doing comedy, they're like, why would you do that? Like everything's like this is going so good for you. Like why would
Yeah.
you go out in like the middle of the night to go
You
and
ruin
do-"
everything.
Yeah, but they saw that I was serious.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, like, they saw that, like, I really wanted to do it, and they didn't think they had no idea how good I was until I showed them that clip at Plano House of Comedy, and they realized they're like, damn, this is something that you actually want to do, and now
you're
now
good
they
at it.
realize, oh, this is something you can do. So now they're proud of me.
That's
which
what's
is
up.
really good.
That's what's
yeah.
up.
I'm
Yeah,
still waiting on
my-
my parents to be proud of themselves.
Yeah, man, African
One of these
parents,
days.
Yeah.
One of these days.
African parents,
Knocking
it's not they not going for anything until they see the bigger picture.
Until you
Like,
throw,
Well, the-
until
the
you
prove
throw
the
the
result.
Benz keys at them,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah,
There's
you
no.
gotta prove
Yeah.
the result. It's like when I started my entertainment company, right, and I started doing weddings. It's like like I'm getting business, and they're
Yeah.
like, well, you know, like, well, I guess you know if
yeah.
it's just working for you, but they understood it. Like as soon as the community started seeing me more and more on weddings, and then consistently they're getting word from the rest of the community. That validation's coming from all the outside sources.
Yeah.
That opinions don't actually matter
Matter.
in any other situation, but the validation is coming towards them, and then they're like, "Oh, well, we're hearing you're actually doing really good."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I've been fucking telling you
Yeah.
this for years," you know.
Yeah.
But like now, with like me jumping into stand-up comedy, they're like, "Okay, well, you know, like good luck." They're not gonna question it because they know that everything that I do in my life is based on what I feel is right for me, right?
Yeah.
So they're just not gonna question it,
And
but they do see the dividends coming in. Like
Right.
I'm just even busting out more family jokes. I just had a family party. I'm just busting out random family jokes, doing impressions, and I'm just hitting, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and not having to worry. And like also my family knows that like how transparent like I am. Like
Yeah.
I'm very blunt when I speak.
Yeah.
I tell them earnestly and honestly.
Yeah.
I can probably see that that's probably the same one with your family.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're gonna speak your mind. You're not gonna really hold back
Yeah.
on how you feel. And so it's kind of like at that point, it's like, all right, you know, might as well. Like who cares?
Yeah,
You know, at that
and
point.
it's my life. Like I'm gonna live
Right.
it the way I want to live.
So
know?
you still got your day-to-day job, still doing
yeah.
IT tech.
So
Nerd.
yeah, I mean, it's
You basic Daisy.
no,
you.
it's like I love my job, right? And I hope my boss doesn't see this, but I fucking hate like this corporate America. It's so bullshit.
He's
Like,
gonna call me next
Yeah.
week. He's like, "Hey, Shawn, we need to make this comedy game work real quick." My boss saw the clip. It's
no,
like, fuck this.
but it's like it's
So how do I share it to them? Like, how do I share this clip?
You think a bunch of IT people can't find the code Sirjan just to fucking find this bullshit that you're
Oh,
saying
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit, bro?
Put a C after my name, please. They're going.
I already tagged
I don't
you,
want
dog.
the
You're
index
good.
on there. Yeah, but it's like work is like making money is hard. Like it's a lot of work, and I just want to be a comedian so I can quit doing this shit. That's it. That's it. But the thing is,
I'm with you on that. 'Cause
Yeah.
my job was my boss. I'm just like,
I mean, honestly, if I
yeah,
if I were to, I mean, 100%, dude. I mean, testament that it is 100% a possibility, right? I think that like putting yourself on, I mean, obviously having more of your material like out there on your socials and shit, but doing stuff like Gig Salad and things that were like, there are plenty of like even corporate opportunities.
what is a gig salad?
Gig Salad's like an app, and so it's kind of like a job finding app and stuff. So you can actually put yourself down as like a role.
Sib, like
Sib gets big money actually doing that.
you were to mention earlier, Sib is primarily a private event comic. Like he does corporate gigs and
Wow.
like I mean like he does do shows and stuff. Not his primary motivation. Like he gets paid to go do
Private
corporate
shows.
events and things like
Like,
to do
and granted-
stand-up
Yeah.
at corporate events.
And then when you do those, do you have to be clean during those, or like?
Depending, it all
depends.
depends on the
Yeah,
on the
Yeah,
gig,
it depends on the client. I mean, for the most part,
I doubt Sib
probably.
is clean.
Like,
I
yeah.
doubt Sib is
No,
clean.
well, I mean, but he can be though. Like, so, like, I mean,
But
like,
I doubt he wants.
yeah, he no, definitely not. Like, Sib's big thing. He's like, girls think that I'm a misogynist, but I love bitches. Like he's a funny packy.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
good.
like,
Full
that's
packy
literally,
accent.
like, I did
Full packy accent.
I did a podcast episode, and on that episode, I thought of the tagline, he's the problematic packy. Like, and you're going to meet him at the Bali Smoke Show on 12/29. So that's a segue to talk about kind of some new developments, just to let people know what's going on. Because tomorrow, Thursday night, which you said you're going to come with me in my role,
Yeah.
is going to be my last Thursday role.
Oh,
For the
shit.
foreseeable future.
Oh, wow.
Because Stadium right in Addison on Beltline Road, right across from the Addison Improv, where we're gonna do in the Bali Smoke Show on 12/29, is actually my new residency spot. I'm gonna give myself applause for that. It is my new residency spot. So
That
starting
motherfucker
next.
ain't push the buttons for nobody else.
For what? So give me a reason. Give me a reason. What would I do it for?
That's
What would I
awesome.
do it for?
That's awesome.
Oh, hey, Tundra, applause. What the fuck am I gonna do it for? Yeah.
I bet you if he waves Tundra,
Yeah, there we go. Now give myself air horns on that one. No, but like, so starting next Thursday, I'll be hosting bingo karaoke there every Thursday, which what I do at Library Bar on Tuesdays.
Nice.
And then their biggest nights.
it's not karaoke bingo. So anyone who
It's
thinks
bingo
it's
karaoke.
anyone thinks it's
That's right.
karaoke bingo, don't get it confused.
That's right.
It's bingo karaoke.
Actually, they're the ones that convinced me otherwise, but because it used to be karaoke bingo.
Oh, really?
But then they also host Bollywood nights, so like their big Bollywood nights. So I'm there Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and
Oh,
then some of their
shit.
big. So that's my new resident spot. But the Bali Smoke Show will be every last Friday of the month, and they're trying to make it bi-weekly, but we're trying to just drive.
Oh,
you know.
that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, so the lineup, we have Sirjan on the 29th. It's a fire dope lineup.
Yeah.
A lot of Indian
yeah.
comedians. And Sib Raz is going to be on that show, so that's going to be fun. So I mean,
Tyler is on that show, and the token white boy Tyler, and honestly, I think he's one of the funniest comics in Dallas.
he's good. He's a
That
good.
guy is
He's a good
so
crowd
good.
work, very on the spot type of
Yeah.
guy. Like he doesn't want to almost work on any original material.
Yeah.
He'd rather be like, give me something to talk about. You know.
No, I do open mics with him, and I do and I see him go up with just so much freedom, just because and then he'll sit in silence for a second, and that's very impressive. As you were talking about, crowd work is one of the hardest skills.
Or just letting a joke cook, or like letting the moment cook.
Yeah.
Like post joke.
Yeah, I think that's one of the two biggest things. Like letting the joke have its moment, and then creating moments with the crowd. I think that's the two hardest things in comedy.
Yeah. So I mean, and Tyler, I mean, he's funny, man. He's the only comic that has met my fiance and openly hit on her to her face, to my face, like in front of my face to her face. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's now just an ongoing running joke now and shit. So it's a dope lineup. I'm super excited, and I have two female Indian comedians that are on that lineup too. So it's gonna be
a good show.
It's gonna be a real good show, and it's a smoking bar. So Daisies and otherwise, y'all come through and smoke some hookah, hang out, and listen to some funnies. So. But I mean, I'm excited for what's gonna be coming on, man, because I can tell you that for a lot of the shows that me and him are gonna be producing in the foreseeable future, I think that you're gonna be one of those guaranteed cards that's gonna be on the
Thank
lineup,
you, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But maybe you can be humble too. Be like, I'm gonna be the greatest of all time. Fuck Chappelle.
No.
Fuck all these amazing.
No. But the thing is, I feel that. And I don't think I want to be a comic, of course.
I'm not hindering it, man, because I honestly believe it. If you,
I think I have
manifest that
potential.
shit.
I'm 4 months in. Name one comedian that has a better 10 minutes than me 4 months in. I really think I'm that dude. I really have that feeling.
My nigga feel like he him right now.
He's been feeling himself hard,
No,
I'm done telling this motherfucker he
Hey,
good.
I'm
You know,
with it.
I
I
don't
fuck
want
with
it.
it. No, I fuck
Don't tell
with
this motherfucker he good ever again, Alex. He's
Thank
done.
you. No,
Nah,
bro, Alex really
Tell him you
changed.
shit,
He
huh?
literally changed my life though. That show, he helped calm my nerves for that contest.
Now
And-
the motherfucker pushed the button.
and, and then
gotta
I
give
went
him
up
one,
there,
you know what I mean?
and you gave me a shot.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah, that's my reparations, even though I didn't do nothing.
No, but I feel like I want to be. That's what I want. So I'm just gonna chase it.
Nah, man. Listen, man. Look, the thing is with me, I recognize dope shit when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of motherfuckers out here that I'm not naming no names. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's all clicked up. And they not letting nobody in their circles.
100%.
Comedy junkie society.
100%.
Yeah.
I noticed that. No. Because people are scared of seeing other people
I haven't had
succeed.
Facebook for months.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They've been talking to Meta for months. Comedy Junkie
My
Society
boy
been talking to Meta for months.
But no, it's a lot of people that's like clicked up.
Yeah.
And
Meta took your place.
man, there's people that own comedy clubs that don't like me for whatever. I chalk it up for me being so black. You know what I'm saying? But
Me
And
too.
an
Me
asshole.
too. Me too.
I'm just being honest though.
Also
Like,
wearing black. I just think it's
Like,
ever
I just,
extra.
like you know, you meet people. It's like I've done nothing to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why are you like this with me? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, man, like when I met Sirjan, we talked in the green room before the comedy contest.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dog, man, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I don't feel like I'm a real comedian." I said, "Bro, you tell jokes?" He was like, "Yeah."
And you
I said,
a comedian.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck this bullshit."
Yeah.
And
Good,
dog,
bad, or indifferent. You
there
tell
was-
jokes,
there-
you're a comedian.
I'm not gonna bring his name up. There was a comedian in that room that I had got into it with before. And
This is on or don't care, sir. Don't be scared.
I mean, I'm
no,
just
no, no,
saying,
no.
I kind of.
I'm no way, shape, form scared of the dude. Like I challenged when we got into
Say
it. I
it.
told him to come outside.
Say the name.
Him to a duel?
No, I ain't challenged him to it. I told him to come outside, and he was like, "No, man, I'm not. No, man, just have a good night." You know?
Wait. Was his complexion like?
He's black.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, so I know who he is.
I only fight black dudes.
You talking about Sirjan?
Nah.
I'm not gonna talk about
He
it.
was the only
but
black guy in
I'm gonna
there.
put him on
He was
my
the only
show.
black guy in the green room. What are you saying? I'm just kidding.
But when we were arguing,
Yeah.
he made it a point to say to me, "You're not a fucking funny comedian," but I had the whole open mic laughing their ass off. And then he, you know, you mad at me because your shit ain't working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
It'd be like that though.
Yeah.
I think I
That's
know
how
what
they
you're
get
talking
you.
about. Do you remember that show before I did my Kanye West line? Someone yelled out Kanye West, and I swear to God it was that motherfucker.
yeah, I think it was him. Yeah.
And it like that, like crowd work. Like someone like says something heckles me, it fucks me up. Like that's like the one thing that
Oh man, I fucking.
But
I
That's where
embrace-
Shawn
Yeah,
persevered.
I'm like,
but he's like,
please.
that's like
Yeah.
like the
His
hosting
material,
ability.
dog shit.
No,
fuck up.
But
like,
cut,
the confidence.
but like
Fuck off.
crowd work.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
I
off.
see,
Oh
I
man,
seen
his
it.
shit is like off the chain.
I
Fuck
seen
off.
it. And
Fuck
then
off.
like it fucked me up that show, and my punchline kind of like not bombed, but like it didn't hit the same. And then I remember at the Plano House of Comedy when I was doing my joke about my girlfriend. There's like we've been dating for 6 years. There's only one thing left to do. This guy said cheat on her. And I was
Oh,
like,
that was me, I think.
that was you. John,
Wait, at the Plain House Comedy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was definitely
that
me.
was you.
That was definitely
You got
me.
one of my favorite clips of all time. One of my favorite clips of all time because of you.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that was definitely me. That was definitely Chino.
Because the
I
black
said,
guy
"There's nothing
all
to
the
do.
way,
You
the
got
black
cheat
guy all
on
the way
her."
in the back. The black guy all the way in the back.
That's hilarious. I did not know that.
That was
Thank you.
definitively me.
Thank you. Because right after that, I said, "Yo, I'm not that black," and it just came to me. I was like, it just came to me, right? And then like it murdered, and I was I was on stage like fuck, I did that shit. Like if you see the clip of me, I'm like, wait, did that work? Like I was like,
yo, you
It's a-
got
it's a fantastic
like,
feeling.
This episode is fire.
yeah.
Dog,
Yeah.
come on.
No. Bro, John, you literally have my favorite clip ever.
Nigga red right now. He Native American right now.
All right, don't worry. I won't tell my girl it was you, but thank you.
Nah,
Thank you.
tell her.
But
Definitely tell her.
not. But back
She
to
was
what
already.
I-
She was all eyeballing me like I was a thug at the beginning of the night, so I'm sure she knew it was me.
back to
Her
what
whole
I,
family was like,
back to what I was saying. Like, man, you gonna find it's a lot of motherfuckers that for no reason ain't don't like you or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
and cuz you young, you
Yeah,
funny,
you young,
you
you
going
funny.
about to
I've
get a
seen
lot
it.
of that.
I've
You about to
seen
get a
it.
lot of
I've
that.
Hey,
seen it.
all I can say is, bro, when you get to the top, give me a job. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Give me a job.
Whenever I'm headlining the AT&T Stadium, you'll be
Thank
the you. I'll have you.
It's not a good place for live events.
Oh, really?
Nah, sex.
You
Music
just
concerts.
crushed my
But
dreams.
We'll figure it out.
Nah,
But
man,
when you do
like-
when you
like-
do some
Really?
big
Okay.
shit.
American
No.
Airlines Center much better. American Airlines Center much better.
I started off as your feature, right? And you're the headliner.
Bro, if you sell out a theater, like that right there should be more than enough. Like
Yeah.
I think to have a
Yeah,
theater,
bro.
because a theater I think is the perfect spot. I mean, you can do an arena, right? But like I think the biggest point for any comedian, I think a strong point, and as well how you build your following
Yeah.
is that connection point you have
Yeah.
with your audience, right?
Yeah.
Making it feel as personable as possible. That's big why, you know, when Kevin Hart did his big arena thing, you know, he was so huge on making sure
Yeah.
not having projectors, but the best LED screens, like planted, and he has cameras set up like all through the audience
Yeah.
that he's able to see a video and get a look for other audience members that are like around the arena, right?
Yeah.
And if at least if you're in a theater, you can connect with the mass majority of what's in front of you, and I think that's gonna be.
How many seats is a theater usually?
I mean, I think
It varies.
depends. I think it varies, but
Bro,
I mean,
whatever level you get to, bro, just do that shit.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
No,
Yeah.
Dude,
we're gonna do that shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
like,
I
dog,
don't need a feature. I just want to host.
but
Sean,
but what I'm saying
Sean,
is,
you definitely the host, bro.
I'll
Definitely.
host that shit.
I remember when I did those shows in Atlanta, right? I did those shows in Atlanta. Me and Head Crack went to another.
Shout out Head Crack.
Shout out Head Crack. We went to another comedy club,
Yeah.
and I was kind of tired, but I got on stage. I told some jokes,
Yeah.
and the audience was laughing. I didn't bomb, but it just wasn't. You know, it was late. It was late night. It wasn't. And then, like, I remember one of the comedians got on stage. I did the joke where I was like, my dad goes, "Sit down at the table," and he was like, "You need to sit down and work on those jokes." But after the show, he came up to me, "Dog, you was funny as fuck, bro. I was just fucking with you."
Yeah.
And I was, dog. And when people do me like that,
Yeah.
I just be like, "Yeah, dog, no, it's all good, man."
But I think that's like
But
the test.
wait, because you're gonna be right here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And I'm gonna be everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta look at it
You'll
like
still
that,
be an
bro.
audience
You
member.
gotta look at yourself like
You
that.
gotta think big picture.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now, like going back to your whole thing, like with like the whole hecklers, right?
Yeah.
And I think that for a lot of comedians, it's a fair like apprehension or like kind of nervousness that can bring to your set,
Yeah.
that can throw you off naturally, right? And I'll say this, like as an MC, as a professional MC, that is number one what I do the best as an MC. That's why I don't care about headlining. I'm like, but I'd rather be the host. That's like as an MC, I feel like I get just as much play as like whatever the main card is anyway. And so like as an MC, I knew that the strongest thing I had, aside from my stage confidence, because it's like I didn't give a fuck if I was funny.
I can tell.
Like if it didn't go anywhere,
No, stage confidence. Stage confidence. No, stage confidence. Like you have that swagger, like even when you're walking on stage.
Good save, Sir
No,
John.
no, I'm being dead serious.
yeah, it was like a complimentary burn. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, no.
That's what it was.
No.
I think it was just a burn.
I understood the
It just sounded like a
I
real
love,
burn to
I
me.
love all
But I
y'all,
also
bro.
understand how it can be taken, but like, ah, damn, got
Yeah,
you. But like, it's one of those things where like, knowing full well, like, I'm probably not gonna be the funniest guy in the room, but like the one thing that no one's gonna trump me is my stage confidence. Like, I'm not gonna give a fuck if
Yeah.
the joke doesn't go anywhere because
Yeah.
I'm like, I do this, you know. But like, moving forward, I think I lost my whole fucking thought.
No.
I lost my whole thought. But ultimately, like I think that what changed my game, because when I was I got it. When I started doing stand up, I wanted to focus on the bits, right? Like even if I had a heckler, I would just go back to the bit because I wanted to focus on structuring the joke and working on the bits because I didn't want to use crowd work as my crutch.
Yeah.
And then after I did Banana Phone in Austin, which is a straight heckler mic, and it had like 100 people in the audience with a whole panel, and you don't even get a minute into your set before they start going into you.
Oh shit.
Like doing that, and I ended up getting as a slot, and I fucking ripped everybody, like
Nice.
ripped it, like
Yeah.
well to the point where like even when they had me, I would like dab up with them,
Yeah.
and like be like, yeah, you know what, it's fucking true,
Yeah.
you know, like whatever, but
Yeah.
like nothing they could say would faze me,
Yeah.
you know, and that was the biggest thing. Then if they like said something that I knew wasn't like much of a hitter, I was able to clap back even harder than
Yeah.
what they fucking said, and then they would show me love. So then I was like, you know what, I have to put in my crowd work. I got to make that real, and
Yeah.
the best way I'm able to do it is a host. But I mean, for you, man, I mean, speak that fucking headline and shit to existence, man, because I mean, you have Alexander K. Like, he knows that he's great at this game, and he knows that he's fucking fantastic at comedy.
Yeah.
And you got Mike Danielson for managers. I mean, what else do you fucking
No, honestly, like,
Payday might be running himself thin, to be honest with you. All right? I'm just gonna let you know right now, he might be running.
Hey,
himself
man.
He got the next round for Barbosa.
yeah.
no, I
Don't do it
I think
alone.
we're a strong crew. I think we got a good group of villains here in Dallas.
He's got the next
And
Ralph
we're gonna
Barbosa.
we're gonna blow that villain show up. For real.
Villain and Friends.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah.
Quattro.
Soon.
Villain
Very
and
soon.
Friends 4. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes,
It's
sir.
coming. It's coming.
That shit's coming.
Isn't that 4?
Well,
Hey,
well-
Mr. Spanish Man, isn't that 4? Is Quattro 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luka tonight at halftime at 29, 10, and 10.
God, land.
Triple double at half.
Luka is him, but he's still not better than LeBron James.
Yeah, because he's got.
In for the moment.
But he's pretty good for a white.
We'll see if he can
Is
be that
Luka
consistent.
white?
He's a white.
He is a white. I didn't notice.
Hey, Mike left a comment under there, and he was like, "Sirjan in the house, the surgeon."
Hey, what's
You
up,
get
Mike?
my man's name right.
Yes.
Well, but you gotta blame Black for that shit.
Yeah, that- it was my fault, 'cause at
Yeah,
first I
drilled
just
it
kept
into his
saying,
brain,
Sir
Sir
John.
John.
My
Yo,
man, Sir John.
before that night, he said your name like 4 different ways.
Yeah.
So I was like,
My man,
we
Sir
got
John.
4 comments
Sir
coming
John.
with the names kind of like Surgeon. It's wild. cuz.
See, that's why my first joke is my name. I'm letting y'all know. This is how you say it.
You did really that Surgeon shit. I was like, number one, I didn't know how to pronounce your name before that.
Yeah.
And then you worked that in there. I was
Yeah.
like, Surgeon. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, my parents would laugh at that joke
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
we
it's-
wanted
it's-
our
it's
son
ne- yeah.
to be in the medical
Exactly.
field,
That
and
was
he
that-
is stupid, but
Yeah.
so he is not going.
Exactly.
That right there actually could be considered a clean material joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
hard
yeah.
hitting,
Oh, yeah,
hard
yeah.
hitting, clean material joke. Like when
Okay.
you're talking about clean materials, you don't need to like swear like, yeah, my motherfucking name is fucking Sirjan. You know, like you don't need to. You know, like you can.
The
you
word
don't-
abortion is the funniest part. I feel like that. Like I heard in backroom, you can't even talk about the restroom. You can't even talk about using like taking a piss and shit. Taking a shit. Like of course not taking a shit, but like so like
The last time I was at are you talking about Backdoor, right?
Backdoor.
The last time I was at Backdoor, I was like, ain't nobody talks about the fact that this place is called Backdoor and we got to keep this plane clean.
that don't
When
even
all these bodies coming up on stage, and when you refer to a back door as the dirtiest part of a
Yeah.
body,
Yeah.
like. I
That's
was like,
good, that's good.
nobody's gonna talk about it, and then they were like silent. I'm like, oh shit, hidden rule, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, again, like I don't get, but for
Well,
me,
they didn't laugh. Like they were like forced not to laugh.
but there was like giggle, but, like,
manager's holding
it
the
was,
gun over
it
their
was
head.
like it was reserved laughs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where
Yeah.
it's kind of like people thought it was funny, but they didn't want to be like
Like
known that
prude,
they were
yeah.
laughing to do
Yeah.
it type of bullshit. So I was like, but again, it's kind
That's
of like
funny, yeah.
I also like don't like it's one thing if you want to be a clean comedian
Yeah.
or you want to. If you want to get into like the corporate game, a private event game, like being a clean comedian is where actually the money is.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like more than being a dirty speaking comedian and shit. Like being a clean comedian is actually where you can make real money in comedy.
Okay.
But I just think
you won't
the-
have as much fun though.
I think the hindrance of like having to censor and not speak so openly and freely.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the one thing that's like for me, it's kind of like what kind of comedian do you really want to be? Like if you want to be one, great, go to
Yeah.
fucking Backdoor, and they have a fantastic following.
Yeah.
If you get put on a show at Backdoor, like
Yeah.
best believe that it's going to be a pretty filled up room.
Yeah.
When you're doing your show.
Yeah.
And people are going to hear your jokes and respect it and like be willing to work through whatever comedy that's coming on stage. But it's like, again, it's like decide what kind of comedian you want to be. If you want to be a free-flowing comedian that talks however you want and says fuck, shit, pussy, cunt, whatever, like then work the mics that are going to be able to allow you to
Yeah.
work for. I mean, speak on that. I mean, however you want, but like that's how I see it.
No.
Like
I don't. Well, there's no clean mics other than
Backdoor.
Backdoor. Yeah, that's the only clean mic I know of.
Right.
I've
I'm just
never
saying, like,
done- I've
I'm just
never
saying for
done-
comedians who go to mics, it's like I think that like the mic you go to, it also represents the comedian you want to
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I go to Dallas Comedy Club because I feel like those guys are like pure comics. Like I feel like the people that work out there, like the people that I see there, I feel like it's just jokes. Like let me start my jokes, right? This is what I have what I have this week, and if it's funny, it's funny. If it's funny, it's not funny, it's not. And I really like that atmosphere, and that's the only place I do my mics right now. But tomorrow we're gonna go and do 2 more, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do so tomorrow is gonna be my last Thursday roll. If you guys don't know what my Thursday roll is, and John can attest to you, Black can't because he's got nothing but excuses every single fucking Thursday, so he never fucking shows up. But
I've been to a couple, but
but the real roll, like I'm telling you, like. Every single time, even I brought John out. John didn't have a fucking contract gig or like a private, like a gig that he was doing on a Thursday. He would be out there with me because he's not even going on stage.
Yeah.
And he's fucking having.
It's hilarious though. The comics almost treat me. They almost treat me like I'm a comic. They're like, hey, there's a bunch of guests in the front row because I laugh like a motherfucker.
He's a laughing plug.
So like them motherfuckers like almost cue me into like guests so I can help influence like laughter and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking
No,
hilarious.
that's a big deal though. You
Yeah,
need
but
like
he's a
good
disrespectful
laughers.
friend. He didn't laugh during any of my jokes at Plano House of Comedy and shit. I'm like, I didn't hear yo ass one fucking time, goddammit.
I've heard half those jokes a million
I
times.
know. Push it, motherfucker, push it. I need the support, cuz. But like, it's funny because even Pilar commented, it's like, I didn't hear John laughing that much. I was like, I know, damn it, selfish motherfucker.
See, I remember that laugh. Like, yeah.
But no, like, so, because, like, starting next Thursday, like, I'll be, having a paid gig. So,
Yeah.
like, rather than spending money, I'm going to be making money. So, I'm like, I'm not, and, like, when I do my even karaoke gigs, I work out comedy material. You know, like, I'm working with the crowd and have to deal with bullshit, all the time. But tomorrow is going to be my last roll, and if you guys want to know what it is, I do 2 open mics. I go to Reno's, and then I do to Buzz Brews, which is Sharks Comedy Club out there, and then I go to Twilight, which is they do karaoke, and it's popping every fucking Thursday. Shout out to Liquid Courage Karaoke, hosted by Javi. Every Thursday at Twilight Lounge, it is always popping, but I always make sure I get chicken and rice from Big Guys before they close at midnight.
I mean, you pick a poppin' song at Twilight, the crowd will get behind you.
They get in. They get in. Like, and you don't even have to sing it good. If it's like
If it's just a good song,
if it's just a good
they'll
song,
carry
they
you
just
to the finish.
they will like feed your soul.
Nice.
But like the
People
biggest,
will dance
Yeah.
to the songs.
Yeah.
right.
It's
But
wild.
the biggest thing is for me. Is that like if I bombed at the first 2 mics, at least I can sing some karaoke and fucking rock some shit,
Yeah.
Like. But what's cool though,
He's a
now,
better singer than he's a comedian.
that 100%. I will fucking admit that.
He's a good comedian, so I gotta hear you
hey,
sing.
yes, love. There we go. Good guy. But what's cool though now is that I think like a little bit more word has started to go around, like as far as the comedians that go to the mics, and they've been going to Twilight,
really? Nice.
or the Dallas Comedy Club comedians will, after their shows for Thursdays, will come to Twilight and stuff. So it always ends up being a vibe, and then there's usually maybe a small handful of comedians that you can just kick it, have some, just talk some bullshit in the back, because like that ends up being its own fun in itself. Is like. When you meet like-minded comedians, or you meet comedians that are like cool dudes, and you just network in the game, but just talking shit, whether it's about the game or not, but like just meeting comedians and just talking within the game, and ends up being fun. So tomorrow night is gonna be my last roll. If anyone wants to join me, who's watching,
I'm coming too. Let's get lit tomorrow.
yeah, Sirjan's gonna come. Yeah, you felt bad last week. You were like,
but dude, I was
oh shit, my bad, man.
yeah, so I work with the offshore Indian team a lot, so I gotta wake up early in the morning. So I take a nap at like 6 o'clock, and then sometimes I'll just pass out or some shit like
Didn't
that.
send no clock, but it's all good. But yeah, so tomorrow it's about to be fun. My fiance is gonna come out and get out of the house and have some fun.
Nice.
And even when she comes out, like she might not even understand half the jokes and pop culture references that are being fucking said on stage, but she still has a fucking good time.
Yeah.
So especially if Tyler Varela's there, and he's like, so you're still with Shawn, huh? It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's a good Tyler. That's a good Tyler.
Yeah, I'm a good impressionist. But shit, man, Sirjan, I'm happy that you came through.
I'm
for
so
the
happy to be here,
first
man.
podcast. I definitely want to have you on the Metro Icon podcast.
Yeah.
We're
gonna do a lot of great things together.
Yeah,
Trust.
I
That's what's up,
100%
man.
No,
believe
we
that.
are.
I like the way this dude talks, man.
Yeah. No, I'm being dead. 100%.
No. It's genuine. I know it's genuine.
And the way Alex looks at Sirjan, he's like, I believe, you believe, we should
all believe in
Sirjan.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
You know, man, bro, you popping, bro.
Thank you.
I seen that when I saw you in the contest. And me and Mike stood back like, yo, we gotta do
I
something.
mean, he told us off the rip, like,
Yeah,
yo,
off the rip.
there was this cat there
Yeah.
this last night. I invited him to the,
Yeah.
like, I put him on my show. I was
Yeah.
like, Yo, like real talk, cuz
Yeah, but-
bigging you up
Yeah.
from jump.
To be fair,
And
though,
he
was
wasn't capping either, y'all.
Yeah, but to be fair, he was first introducing you as Sirjan, so I thought it was a black comedian with a failed rap career, you know.
That's black people. That's what black people
you're not-
do,
you're
man.
not
We
wrong
fuck
there.
up. We
You're
fuck up now.
So what's Payday's excuse for the Sir John shit?
Because I was saying it.
He spent 2 different words, Sir John.
Because it was the correct pronunciation was given to him while he was drunk, so you don't remember that
yeah,
shit.
you know, that was
But I will
long
also
back.
say, if anyone can note anything right now, like Alexander K is a fantastic comedian,
Yeah.
all right, and
He's
he's
all right.
obviously a show
Appreciate that.
producer.
He's all right.
And like any comedians that might be watching that, like to hear somebody who's headlining, producing shows
Yeah.
where he puts himself as the headliner and he speaks so highly on a fresh-faced comedian, even to the point where he's like, "Hey man, when you blow up, put me on." Like this motherfucker's not gonna have the hop himself, I
being
guess.
real.
No, I'm brown, but we're gonna blow
But
up.
that's where the love of the game should actually be. You know,
Hey,
That was a good one.
hey, Russia might be watching,
Everyone
bro.
was
Micah from downtown.
Micah from a 3-point line, dude. So I mean, I'm excited to see the flow and go of what
Yeah.
the opportunities that come with you, come for you in the game, and
Thank
we'll see how long this IT job lasts. We'll just see
Yeah.
how long you end up sticking with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, until I become a great comic.
Shit, you could have fucking fooled me. I thought you were a great comic. Right?
No, not yet. There's some things that there's some skills I still need to master. I need like at least 30 minutes of comedy. I have like 10 right now.
I think you're
I
gonna
still
get
have a
there.
long way to go.
I think you're gonna get there.
I mean, even to have
Yeah,
10 minutes,
yeah, you
like,
gonna get there
yeah,
real
I think
fast.
even just to have a solid, if you feel like you have a solid 10 minutes, less than half a year into the game is
4
very
months.
strong.
Today's 4 months,
So 4
exactly.
months, like that's very, very strong. Like to gain 10 minutes is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You're talking about working on material 5 minutes at a time for the most
Yeah.
part, 3 to 5 minutes at a
Yeah.
time. So to work out a solid 10, confidently, that's a very good accolade. One thing Paul Varghese always told me, because I would talk to comedy about the game, and he'd be like, I'll be like, yo man, I did this show and I felt like I had a click point, that click point that comedians have, where it's like they just figured something out, and then all of a sudden it was just a constant flow and go. I think that like they say that if you can get a laugh every 6 to 8 minutes, you're a headlining comedian. Or sorry, 6 to 8 seconds.
That's
you're
hard.
every 6 to 8 seconds.
68 seconds is really hard.
6 to 8 seconds. If you can get a laugh every 6 to 8 seconds, you're like a headlining
I mean,
comedian.
that's a good guideline, but somebody like Dave Chappelle fucking tells stories
Yeah.
with a kicker
But
that's
he does,
minutes apart
right.
from his
But
like.
that's
punchline.
because he's built off of being a short form
Yeah.
comedian. Like he's had one-liners and short form
That's true.
comedy
That's true,
that
yeah.
from back in the day
Yeah.
that he would hit. So if he had to do to kill Tony from his like short form comedy, 100% he killed it. But now that he's a fucking headliner, he can cook
Yeah.
a story joke. He can be long form.
Yeah.
He can present it how he wants, right?
'Cause he has your attention. Like
Right.
every word that he's saying, you're like waiting for the next like the punchline.
Yeah. So I mean, again, it's kind of like I would also challenge you, man, if you can work like the hustle. If your job is able to be work from home, man, go to Austin on a Sunday, Monday, and just work that circuit. Like,
But the thing is, how do I get open mic? How do I get mics?
There's so what he's referring to is like the stuff they do in Austin, the comedy
Like Comedy
mothership.
Mothership, they have their open
well,
mic.
Kill
there's
Tony.
and Kill Tony. But in addition to that, there's so much because there's so many people down to do that. There are people that have created other open mic. Like he can do better than I can, but there's lots of opportunities. Even if
Yeah.
you don't get on Comedy Mothership, you don't get on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
There's other things going
there's
on.
so
down
much,
there.
dude. Like when I tell you that the game is treated differently. I mean, again, like there's so much competition out there, and you feel the competition, right?
Yeah.
Like these other comedians, even if they ain't shit, will try to make you feel like you ain't shit, and they don't even know you shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how a lot of the comedians are in Austin. But the comedy scene is treated differently, and you have a real fucking audience out there, right? So it's harder. Like if you think you're that fucking good, then it will be that scene that will really test that metal, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what changed for me was doing Banana Phone, A Creek in the Cave, which is before Comedy Mothership, that's where Joe Rogan was going. That's where all these Creek in the Cave and doing that, right? They have like 6, 7 Comedy Mothership comedians that are like frequent, and they all have microphones ready to fucking clap back with you on top of the audience just yelling shit at you, right?
Man.
And
That
I'm
sounds fun.
number 15 out of 20 comedians, and there's a large handful of motherfuckers I'm just watching crumbling and being destroyed on stage,
man.
where they're just standing in silence. And when they see you crumbling, they want you to kill yourself. Like, that is literally how they feel.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care about your feelings. They want you to feel the grit, and it's the grit of the game.
Yeah.
Like,
They're trying to be
you
funny.
feel it in
Yeah.
Austin. Like, if you think you're dope, like, they're gonna really bring you, like, they're gonna try and bring you back, right?
Okay.
But like the scene out there is that it has the platform where like you can have that one good set, and then that word carries forward, and be like, oh, that's that motherfucker. He killed it at this spot for this mic, whatever, or this show,
Yeah.
And like I had that feeling too, like feeling a sense of Austin kind of because after I did well on Banana Phone, after seeing a series of comedians suck on stage. And I killed it on Banana Phone. One of the guys who was on the front panel ripping at me was a dude who was handling the signups to Kill Tony. He's like, dude, you actually killed it at Creek in the Cave for Banana Phone. I was like, fuck, dude, that fucking feels great.
Yeah.
And then other comedians I'm meeting at Shakespeare, and I'm telling you, like, especially for something like Kill Tony that only gives you
1 minute.
1 minute, but it's only offered to like 5, 6 comedians at most. And there's like 250 motherfuckers that sign up.
Yeah.
While they're doing that and you're waiting, and in Shakespeare's, they're doing a 1 minute mic. And so you get to essentially work your material that you would do for Kill Tony on that stage.
Oh, really? And they're that close to each other?
Yeah, it's like connected.
Oh.
It's the Shakespeare's is connected in next to Comedy Mothership.
Oh,
and there's a
okay.
fuck ton of people. I mean, mostly they're all comedians, so it's a tough fucking crowd.
Yeah.
But if you can work laughs into that comedy set, great,
Yeah.
dude. And so again, it's a medal that fucking tests you. It tests you, and I think it's definitely worth it. Even if you were just to go as a spectator and just see it, like you're gonna be taking class anyway. You know what I mean? But I would encourage you to put your medal to the test, man.
Yeah.
If you think you're fucking great, then like put it up. You know what I mean? Put it up beyond like the DFW, because DFW is like chill. I feel like I feel like
It's a good scene.
Like right, Alex. Like it's like DFW's like comedy scene. There's a little bit more camaraderie ship there, even though you still sense the like
There's
the
like
politics.
cliques. There's like cliques.
You see the
within
cliques,
them.
you see the politics, but there's still a bigger sense of camaraderie ship. I think in the DFW comedy scene.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Maybe not for him. Maybe not for him.
I don't know. Man, this thing about it is like, see, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, look like us, man. It's hard out here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Actually, we got more flow.
Sean don't even know what it's like to be, be
Nah,
dark
because,
dark
like,
complected.
Because like, man, like, okay, because you guys got to understand, like, if like, let's say I take you guys to an all-black club, all-black comedy club.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
And you get a laugh out of that, you automatically kill.
I ain't going around no field crows.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You automatically kill because it's like yo, he funny because you're not black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you're black, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're not black.
No, I think black audience is the best comedy audience.
But when I get on that, when I get on that same stage,
Uh-huh.
I gotta work harder, and it's almost like I gotta do some dumb shit, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This sounds racist like a motherfucker.
I'm just
right
being
now.
honest. I'm just being honest.
They expect. They're like, oh, okay. Let's see what he has to hear. Cause
You
Yeah.
say so. Basically, what you saying is the black crowd wants to see some buffoonery coonery.
Right.
From you.
Right. From me.
From you.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna do
But
that.
they're willing to embrace comedians like me and
But
Sirjan a little.
they give me chances though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thankfully. But I'm just saying. But I've been
Said it with so much gratitude.
I've been in rooms.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've been in rooms
Thank you,
with
come again.
comedians that be like, oh man, you was telling that one joke about that cockatoo. You should have been like, man, I was fucking this bitch. And then like, no, bro, no. That's not how
Not
the joke
everything
go.
is fucking this bitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's not how the joke goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. We don't have the same
At
experience.
least not that one. At least not that one.
Like comedian Godfrey on his podcast, he'd be like talking about black comedians. He'd be like, all right, let's bring out hot sauce. And then he do the music like, and then, how y'all doing? You gotta beat your motherfucking kids. then he get on stage, he be like, all right, we gonna bring up chicken wing. Ooh, these motherfucking kids. You gotta beat that motherfucking like, but that shit is so true, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's true, dog. But you know,
It's like you just went through every episode of BET Comedy Hour in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that like you feel like with a black audience that they want you to like over exemplify black stereotypes in your comedy in order for it to like define the funny?
Not really. What because like now, bro, there's a like
It sounds wrong when Shawn says it.
there used to,
I said it
there
very
used to be
serious.
there used to be a point in time before I even got into comedy, way before I got into comedy. There was a point in time where you had to do that like BET Comic View style comedy for a black audience, no matter what.
Or
But
Def Jam.
now there's a lot of black people that be reading and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Give it up for all black people reading this shit.
I mean, you know, we listen and we got
Black
we got,
people learning this shit now.
Yeah. We got interesting hobbies. And,
They let
you know
us
what I'm
read
saying?
books.
Got
They let us watch
degrees.
the National Geographic Channel.
Yeah, you know what that remind me of? You ever see that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will goes back to Philly and he like meets his like stoop friends, like his stoop homies and shit?
Yeah.
And he has that one homie called like One Word or some shit. Like it was called, his name was just Word. I think his name was Word.
Yeah.
And then he like said a few more stuff, and they were like, he's like, I've been reading.
But nah, seriously, that there's like, it's always been like that. It's always
Black
been
people
like
not
that.
reading? Like what?
No. There's always been like this intelligent, like overly intelligent black people that had to dumb it down. Like an audience of black people that had to dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like we refuse to dumb it down. There's too much shit to think about, to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I can't, man. Do you know how many books I read? Do you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know you could read.
I
I
know
know,
you can
right?
read books.
I
Shit,
know.
goddamn.
I thought the glasses were to show.
I really just be looking at the picture.
Yo,
But no, check
fogged
this out,
up
though.
ass glasses with fingerprints all
Check
over
this
them and
out.
shit. He
When
ain't
I-
reading.
You can't see out the motherfucker.
Hey, the
Hey, a
motherfuckers,
restaurant
bro.
menu doesn't count.
All these lights, man. You can see them thumbprints. All
I,
over
remember,
the
I
fucking
remember
lenses,
when I was dating Tundra. When I was dating Tundra, I remember I showed her these books. I was like, yeah, these are some books I'm trying to finish. And she was like, you be reading? And I was
Damn,
like,
Tundra.
I was like, yeah. And she was like, thank God I ain't had a boyfriend in a minute. I'm like, damn, you been dating some dumbass dudes? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I have.
Non-reading
I
ass.
seen a girl on my thing today. She said, high value women don't date break dudes. Don't date or don't sleep with broke dudes. Since when, bitch? Since when, bitch?
Since when?
I know some $140,000, $200,000 a year bitches sleeping with Tyrone who ain't got no kind of money, but he got 10 inches of pipe that he can break off for her easily.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? That's some dumbass shit to say that
Bro,
women
but
don't
not-
sleep with
but-
broke dudes. But I'm sorry, Glenn,
but,
go ahead.
yeah, but like, you know, it's like now, it's easier for me now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people want to hear like I put a lot of thought into my jokes. You know, I don't just say the first, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially how I do the callbacks and stuff. It's like, it's really a way that I put the stories together and shit.
Yeah.
And I'll be noticing that. But it's like, you know, and my jokes are for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go to an all-black club, all-white club.
Besides your closer, you'd be like, I don't know about y'all, but I like fucking watching fucking fat white
my
bitches.
clothes. That gets everybody.
That's good. I like that. I like that one a
I
lot.
love black women. I do. But when I'm jacking off, I love jacking off the two fat
I
white
be stroking
bitches.
that bitch.
Yeah.
I just be stroking that. That's all talking. There we go. That's that. There we go.
Just tugging that motherfucker.
That's
Just
tugging
tugging
that
that motherfucker.
But nah, that shit throws people off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I did actually. What
He
something?
looks so nice, and then he's just a bunch of vulgar jokes. Like it's just like you're not ready for it.
and
You
then
know?
I realize,
he is a villain.
Then after I say it, I get that smile like, I'm Alexander Kane.
Hey, you know what's coming.
There we go.
No, I actually, from what you were saying, is like when you talk about like broke dudes like getting high value women and shit, it's like beyond even like the 10-inch pipe. It's like you just got to have that fire riz, right? And then like would it be like a spin-off like
No more fire riz than a 10-inch pipe could.
you got to drop the riz before you drop the dick. You know what I mean?
Sounds amazing.
But what I'm saying is it'd be funny to see a little game show spin-off of The Price is Right, where it's like the riz is right.
The Riz is right.
know what I mean?
I can piss off the
Riz is
bridge and
right.
still
The Riz-
feel the cold water,
The
sir.
Riz is right. The Riz is right. You know what I mean? I think there's something there. It just came to my brain, but I figured I'd speak it into existence
is right.
in front of creative motherfuckers and shit.
But
the
nah,
Riz is right.
But yeah, man, it's like, but you know, it's a different time, especially for a black audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people are more coming out that they want to engage more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not settling for that. You know, talking all crazy and oh my bitch, and this motherfucker, we ain't doing that.
Lowest common denominator,
Yeah.
common denominator, like lower income, like no, because black people don't haven't ever occupied one thing, but especially now, like the spectrum is definitively wide open.
Right.
Every classification of economic status and everything else, so you cannot like narrow down like low income comedy to like try to affect all black audiences.
Yeah.
Like there's a large percentage of black audiences is like who have no idea what it's like to be broke, who don't have it to live in lower income or whatever else. So that comedy or whatever ain't even going to hit with them in the same way. So to think that all black audiences want the same shit is crazy.
Crazy.
They just want some jokes.
Yeah.
Good jokes.
Good
Exactly.
jokes. Good jokes.
Well,
like people just everybody wants something to talk when they leave that comedy club. They want to go to work and be like, "Oh, I remember when he said blah 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 X, Y, and Z." You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to provide them quotables.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm just trying to do. So.
Well, shit, I don't mean to cut you off too much, but we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. Sirjan.
Yes,
I'm going to
sir.
bring Micah.
Surgeon.
Surgeon.
Surgeon, come on.
God, I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
You blame
kidding.
Mike. You blame your
Surgeon,
manager.
like
you
a
blame your
surgeon.
manager for that.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to bring Micah back in a second. But before you walk off, go ahead and let everybody know exactly what your socials are, what shows you got coming up. You know what I'm saying? Don't let any mystery be involved with where these people can catch you
And
in the future.
And don't take off because I gotta.
Yeah, I mean,
make the thumbnail.
Okay,
we hang out kind of after them anyway. But yeah,
Bet.
I'm just saying we need to bring my son back on to close the show out.
All right, y'all. My name is Sirjan, like I said 1,000 times.
Sirjan,
Surgeon like a surgeon. I'm a new up and coming.
like a surgeon. Ooh, cut for the very. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. All right. I thought karaoke was tomorrow, but
It is.
It is.
but yeah,
Don't
my name is
thank God he
Sirjan,
won't be there.
up and coming comedian here in Dallas, and you'll remember my name, Sirjan. Thank you.
It's my man's right here, man. It's my
Surgeon.
man.
Did he? Hold on. Did he tell where the socials
Yeah,
are?
where your
Oh,
socials?
my name
Yeah, how can they
is
follow you?
Surgeon CC. I think that's everything.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change that
Surgeon
shit.
CC, and don't tell my job, please. Thank you.
He still didn't drop the socials.
He did.
Surgeon,
CG.
surgeon, CC, double CC, no surgery.
Hey, and I'm doing TKs on December
There you go.
17th,
Yeah.
and I'm doing the Bali show on December 29th.
Bali smoke.
Bali Smoke.
12
with
We'll
Yeah.
give
Sean.
you more info on that in just a second, but y'all be looking out for Surgeon on that.
All right, guys. It was nice talking to y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
y'all make some noise for our boy Surgeon.
Thank you, surgeon.
Hit the scene running, y'all.
And that's how they get you.
bro.
That's
Oh, I thought he was about to kiss Shawn right quick. I was like, oh.
Hey,
I was like, that's sweet.
Thank you, Jordan. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Well,
All right, gentlemen. Man, it's been a good episode, man. I'm glad you got your gambling debts settled. We missed you.
Let me
We
talk about
definitely
this.
missed you last week on that.
I do need to speak of that because I will say John has never gave more better representation as me being fucking missing simply because of gambling debts, because I made a gamble to start a life with a Mexican woman and her 3 kids. and my ass is paying for it. Let me tell you right now, I'm paying for it. So honor don't care. Honor don't care will never die, all right? But you might just see me a little bit less just because I got more bills to pay, motherfuckers, all right? So I was not mad when my homie Blue Label Johnny was putting my fucking bullshit out into the fucking world, saying I had gambling debts. He was certainly right. He was certainly motherfucking right.
On there don't care. On there don't care as a team, bro. This on there don't care. This is a family. I'm the only black guy in the family, but you know.
Come on, bro.
But listen,
I don't
though.
know.
But wait,
Eddie said I was a black ass motherfucker. A lot of guys.
Who is this guy, bro?
But no.
Unsupported fuck on this show.
But nah, seriously, if you want to buy or sell a home, don't do it alone. Call
Mike.
972-880.
I gotta learn that number.
4105.
No thanks. But yeah, man, I guess this was a fun show. I just like the fact that even bringing Sirjan in to the conversation, because I think, you know, not to say that we're like veteran comedians, you know, per se, but like
Absolutely not.
We
Definitely
are-
not saying
definitely
that.
But we
not.
have
definitely not saying
I
that.
mean, I've been in the entertainment game for a long time, half my life, and so now jumping into stand-up comedy in the last 2 years, I understood a lot of the politics. I understand a lot more as well with Alex being a producer and being a host, being a headliner. But having a fresh, passionate comedian to come up in the game and like talk a lot about just a lot of the presence of where the game is at. I think that was just a fun fucking conversation, man. Coming off the last one that we had, Logos and was it Chosen One?
Yeah, Logo Los and the Chosen One.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that
Barry
was a
Williams.
fucking fun ass episode.
Earth
And-
is weird as
weird
fuck.
as
Sorry.
fuck. Weird as
Earth
fuck.
weird as fuck.
And notice
almost said Earth, Wind, and
no
Fire.
audio glitches on those episodes or this one. You know what I mean?
Nah, the audio
When
like
I'm-
the audio was kind of glitchy on that because we had too many mics. But you know there was people complaining about it.
It was
but,
old
you know.
girl's breath, dog. Her
Nah, I'm not
breath.
talking about last week. I'm not talking about last week.
Taking out the audio.
I'm not, look, that was a Russian. No, she had the Russian bots. She had the Russian bots working against it. I'm talking about on Earth Weird as Fuck. We had the 2 extra mics, and I think it was a little over clipping. But either way, you know what I'm saying? It was, we're working it out. 2024 is gonna be on there. Don't care year. Don't y'all fucking
telling
worry
you.
about that shit. Like this shit's coming hard and direct, baby.
Yo,
On
right?
there don't
Yes,
care
sir.
versus everybody.
Yeah.
First the
And we'll
world.
do it.
Work.
And we'll say this right now. I will any pot like what I want to see, and let's all talk about it if you want to. But for 2024, I want to put On Air Don't Care in those podcast festivals. I want to put us up next to a lot of those podcast fucking vibes and have our energy exactly placed alongside with a lot of these motherfuckers that do have fucking play. I mean, it'd be great for us to be able to naturally network and be able to get them, but I'm putting this fucking vibe and dynamic against all of it because, you know, we're fucking serious about this game, man, and all of us bring something very, very special, very different. We've been adapting with the dynamic between this new energy that's been constantly evolving.
I really love, shout out to Haggard, Grand Prairie Studios. I mean,
Yeah,
we
shout out
definitely miss
Haggard,
my
man.
boy. But, the growth of, the panel
yourself.
itself,
Yeah.
kind of, from going from being
Well,
me
I
and
mean,
you
yo,
to
and,
a guest to, now having, a dedicated sports section. Now Alex coming on. I'm really loving the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and I will say this, I love having, Micah on. Having a sports commentator that can have contribution from Alex and stuff. I can reserve my right to fucking speak just because it's just I don't want to. Well, but hey, it's the same thing when the guys came in last time, right? When I told you to switch seats with me because I didn't want you to feel disconnected from the conversation, right? And so I love having Micah on there. I mean, we're having young blood from the OG blood that is the juice of this fucking show, the true sauce. Having his young blood, his seed, come on in the next.
And he's not just me. He's Uncle 80 is his little
Right.
uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he
Watch
is
that,
direct.
I was finna say, watch that
And then-
young blood
but
talk.
having
though.
having Alexander K as
young Crip in the beard.
Young Crip.
but then we have Alexander K, who's let's call it my co-host, because you've taken over essentially the producer seat. and having Alexander K. I mean, listen, man, the thumbnails I'm on fire, but even though it's not always the dirty motherfucking episode, but like the thumbnails will be on point and on fire. And this is the guy that's also bringing subject matter. He's bringing topics. He's bringing conversation of what we're going to talk about next week. And so ultimately, the evolution of what this show has become. I mean, man, I've been loving the fucking seat of it. I mean, it'd be great. I want to talk to more people. I want to talk to more people, and I'm working on.
I want to talk to a prostitute, man. We need a prostitute. I want to get a record tonight on the show.
Hey, if you at home, you might know somebody selling some ass.
Yeah, if you selling ass,
hey, if you would like to interview that person, not on no like scoring on them, nothing like that. We would love to have a serious interview with a pimp and a prostitute.
If you're at home and you getting paid, not doing it alone. Call Alex.
No, don't call me. Don't call me.
Call Mike.
Send me a DM or something. Don't call me.
That's what he said.
Hit up, boy. Don't hit me up, please.
It goes down in the DM.
Last thing I want is a case from my Mexican fiance. Do not message me, please. All right. But if you are...
Message Shawn at Meta at Facebook.
Follow me at Meta Community Standards on Facebook.
Nah. Hey, man, next year, dog, I want us, man, On Air Don't Care. We shooting for 10,000 followers.
Oh, yeah. Look, we
shooting for the 10,000.
I got a whole game plan. Like, we'll talk about it in a minute. We do our little close-up. But anyway, Micah, what you got going on for the week?
905 Sunset, Imperial Ale and Spirits. I'll be there.
If you want to buy liquor,
lazy.
Go talk to Colioni.
Lazy vodka.
Anything else? Nothing else going on this week?
No. Dallas Cowboys play Sunday Night Football.
Dallas Cowboys play Sunday.
Last.
Alexander K, give the rundown.
Alexander K, man, straight hustling. I'm getting ready for December 17th at TK's with my man Shawn.
Great venue.
More to come comedy show. I'm gonna have a whole new set.
More
so
to go.
Make sure you there. More to go.
More to
my
come
bad.
too.
And I'm gonna be there with my
Just
little
tugging
bro.
that motherfucker.
Just tugging that
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But just come out, man. Now we gonna talk some shit. Y'all gotta peep them segments I'm putting up, man.
That's right. Make sure you follow Alexander K. I'm trying to do the voice that you use. The narrative. Follow him on all your social
Hot
media
shit.
that you
All your
need. This
social
is some
media.
shit. That
Wait, where can they get that? Where can they get the
Just go to AlexanderKComedy.com. You can follow all my social media there.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
AlexanderKComedy.com. That's
Let's
it.
go.
so I'm just gonna start off. It's at Sean K Do It All or Sean K the Showman is the easy Google search. Upcoming shows, as he mentioned, the More to Go Showcase is my 2-year comedy anniversary that I'm celebrating. I did last year at TK's. We're doing it again. Fire ass lineup, including Sirjan, including Alexander K, along with Sri Raj as the headliner, Mohammed Mercy, Matt Edmonds, the Tharva B, and then I'll be hosting because I'm done headlining my own shit. So outside of that, I actually am also putting on a comedy show. We're calling it the Knockout Comedy Show at Jimenez Boxing Club, my stepson's boxing gym. On Friday, November 22nd. It's only for it's a members appreciation night. December. Sorry, I keep saying
stuck
November.
in Thanksgiving.
I'm stuck on Thanksgiving, right, for some reason. But December 22nd, Friday, December 22nd at Jimenez Boxing Club. It is
Not far from Flips.
It's right across the street actually from Flips here in Denton. And it's a free show, and it's a member appreciation night, but anybody can come. So, like, if you want to check out the gym, say what's up to some of the boxers, come out. It's a fire-ass lineup. I even got my first opener is Ali Nazari, the blind comedian. We're going to watch that motherfucker get into a boxing ring. That's just going to be
That'll
comedy.
be comedy alone.
Alone, all right?
That motherfucker can see, man. I don't give a fuck with that.
I don't give a fuck.
It's a slit. It's a 20% slit out of one eye. That's all you can see. So whenever he's like, "Who's that?" He's like,
No, one time he was telling jokes and he got the light and he was like, "Oh, is my time up?" And I was like, "The fuck?"
he sees it through the
How you
slit.
see the
He
light?
sees it through a slit. You know, it's like one eye is a snake eye. You know what I mean? Like he just sees it through a slit. You know, but he still got to get through into a boxing ring, and I think that's going to be.
I mean,
hilarious.
he does drive, so I mean, obviously he can see.
No, he doesn't.
Just
What the fuck are you talking about?
I gotta stay
Hell
off
no.
these roads. I knew it was bad out here.
I was like, what
Not
the fuck is he
that
talking about? I was like, I thought he was dead ass serious. Fucker. That was good. That was good.
Slick, you know, he
that is tripping.
closes that blind eye.
But also, Sirjan mentioned, and I mentioned earlier before, Bali Smoke at Stadium Sports Bar in Addison, right across from the Addison Improv on December 29th at 8 p.m. Bali Smoke is, we're looking for primarily our Desi audience, but anybody who's non-Desi or just know the Asian persuasion, come through. It's going to be a free show until it's not.
We'll salt and pepper some black and white people in there.
But you want the info, follow me at Shawn K. Do It All or Shawn K. The Showman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Blue Label Johnny. You can catch me at Flips on Thursday nights doing Thrown and Grown, Fridays at Hooters and Grand Prairie, Sundays at the Library Bar in downtown Fort Worth hosting karaoke. And also on Sundays, me and Alexander K are going to start a new little clip show for Honor Don't Care. It will be a little bit different. We're going to do it remotely from probably the house or different locations. But we definitely need to get on our clip game. And so this is going to be a little way for me and Alexander to kind of get a jump on that. And because, I mean, like, dude, this episode in particular, fucking hilarious. We definitely need to get these little incremental bits out to these people so they can really fucking know, like, how fucking funny you motherfuckers is. Like, you know, we really been sleeping on ourselves. Time to wake everybody else the fuck up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is On Air Don't Care. This is the crew. We'll be back.